first, I have up, give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
I am going to start with Clarence Nicks.
Information on Mr. Andrews,
Okay.
or sorry, Mr. Matthews.
Yes.
He's scheduled with Judge Bryant for sentencing, and she is sentencing him to sobriety court. He is not a veteran as far as they know. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's the information I got it from.
And so,
her clerk.
From her clerk?
Yes.
All
yes,
right.
Judge.
Can you let Mr. Wade know? And let's see. He's on my docket. So is he coming to see me at 9 o'clock?
Yes, he's physically in Judge Bryant's courtroom now, and then when he's done in her courtroom, then he's gonna come down here.
Okay, let Mr. Wade know.
Yes.
So we can get him processed.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Nicks, I have for you case number Z804-0351. Mr. Nicks, state your full name for me.
Good morning, Judge. My name is Clarence Nicks.
All right, good morning, Mr. Nicks. How are you this morning?
It's fine.
You are doing just fine. Is Miss Nicks with you this morning? Yes, she is. There you are. Good morning. How are you this morning? All right, you know that's your better half, and I'm always looking for. Where you going this morning, Mr. Nicks? You looking awfully spiffy? Going to court?
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Nicks, last time or one time we talked about you going to get that driver's license. Did you go get it?
No.
What happened?
I went back to take a driver's test.
You haven't gone back yet?
No, I got to September, Sunday.
You just taking your time?
Yeah.
All right, come on, Mr. Nicks. I want you to get that driver's license.
I intend to.
All right, very good. You told me that you're getting along with the family. Is that still going well?
Yeah.
All right, very good. Are you having any issues, any questions or concerns that you need to address with the court this morning?
No, I don't. Only thing I'm concerned about is how long, it's gonna be, going to get to phase 5 and move right on.
All right, that's a good question. You are in phase 4. You just got in phase 4, June 4th. So you have a little bit of time left in phase 4, but I want you to make sure you're working with Mr. Yancey to find out what are the things I need to do in phase 4 to get me ready for phase 5.
All right.
All right. I want to make sure though that you're also gaining some life skills that you're going to continue to practice even after you leave us, right?
Yeah.
All right. Very good. You were at that graduation?
Yes.
What'd you take away from it, if anything?
Oh, I enjoy watching the graduates and the things that they had been through. I'm gonna have to go through the same thing. I'm looking forward to my own graduation.
Yes, sir.
Not too long here.
Yes, sir.
So it was good. It was good. I like all the dignitaries that came and had some to speak on behalf of graduates.
Yes, and they were addressing the participants too. I thought their messaging was good for everybody. It's important that everybody knows the community that's surrounding you all. You might not see them in court,
right,
but they are out there supporting. And what I said about the chief and the Wayne County Sheriff, absolutely mean it. I said when you get over 50, you don't have to say things you don't mean.
right.
But they are very much so supportive, and I cannot think of a time that I've called on them for anything, even as recent as yesterday, that they put somebody on it and get it done. And so I'm just so appreciative, and it's important for you all to know the community of supporters that you have in this program. So wonderful, wonderful. All right. And so this is for the entire courtroom. I want to make sure that we are all on the same page. For those of you that don't know, we have made some real changes. You're going to see some huge changes. First of all, you're here in person this morning. So we've made some changes here at 36th District Court. The one thing that I want to impress upon each one of you is that I will never, ever hold you responsible for something that somebody else does or says on my record. I won't. What I will hold you responsible for is what you say to me on my record. So it's important to me to reset some things because I've had some folks come on my record and they have not been honest and truthful with me. And you won't see them anymore. And so I'm giving everybody a fresh start. If you know that you have not been testing as ordered by this court, you need to speak up and say something. It's for the whole courtroom, Mr. Nicks, not just you. You just happen to be standing in front of me. All right, Mr. Nicks like, where he going with this? Right, it's for the whole courtroom. If you know that you have not been testing as ordered by this court, most of you are testing 2 times per week randomly. Some of you are testing a minimum of 3 times per week randomly. If you know you have not been testing, you need to speak up and let me know. If you know that you've had a positive test and somebody did not report it, but you know that you've had a positive test because you know that you have taken in some type of substance, whether the case manager, whomever, say it or not, you need to let me know. Judge, I've slipped. Judge, I failed. Because all of you are on a path of recovery. Recovery does not mean perfection. Recovery means that I am changing my thinking, I'm changing my lifestyle, I'm incorporating some things into my life that's going to help me to make some better decisions. Notice I never use the word perfect. So that means just like you're not perfect, I'm not perfect either. You may mess up, you may have some slip and falls, but I need you to let me know what's going on so that I can then, along with Mr. Kusheri, along with Ms. Price, for those of you that are not receiving your services through the Veterans Administration, we can make sure all of us as a team, along with Mr. Yancey, along with the attorneys, we can make sure that you're getting the appropriate level of care and the appropriate response. When you are not truthful with me, then I can't help you. And that will result in punishment. That will result in sanctions. That will result in things that people look at and it's like, oh, I'm afraid to tell the judge. Using rarely will cause you to go to jail. Lying always will. It always will. It always will. Because I can't fix people and make people tell the truth. Something about jail sometimes helps out with pulling the truth out. And so I just want the whole courtroom to know that the changes that have been made, they are for the better. We are going to be better and regroup and do the things that we need to do. And I just need each one of you that's in the program to recommit to do your part. And your part is to show up for the things you're supposed to show up for. Follow this court's order. A case manager, a person at the testing site, they cannot change my order. I am the only person that can change my court order. So if a case manager or a person at a testing site, one of your friends, anybody else tell you to do something different, and you know the court has ordered you to do something, you need to make sure you speak up and let me know. Now, I may have said you could do something different, but always confirm it with me. Because that's how you're going to have to do in life. You're going to have to be responsible for the people that you listen to, the information you take in, and the choices that you make. And so with that, Mr. Nicks, because you're standing in front of me, not because you in trouble, listen, do I have your commitment to continue to work the program and follow the court's orders?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, awesome. That's what I need. You didn't have any issues or concerns other than you want to know how do I keep it moving, and Mr. Yancey is going to get with you on that when you all have your one-on-one. He'll get with you on that, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. For Mr. Nicks, Mr. Yancey, did you have anything?
Yeah, I don't have too much. Mr. Nicks is doing a really good job. He's in phase 4, early in phase 4, but he's complying with everything in phase 4, Your Honor.
All right, awesome, awesome. The Mr. Parker, place your appearance on the record for me. And do you have anything asked to Mr. Nicks?
Good morning, Your Honor. Jimmy Parker, Veterans Treatment Court Mentor for 36th District Court. Yeah, I just want to encourage Mr. Nicks, you know, when every time we talk, we haven't talked lately, not last week, but prior to, and he was doing well, and he's always positive. I like that. And even if, and I have no way of knowing except you tell me, but even if things were going bad, he still have a positive, positive outlook on things. So he's just want to encourage him to hold on. He's at 4. 5 is just right around the corner. Just keep doing what you're doing, and I'm impressed. I like that. But his wife is with him whenever he comes to court, and so he's got someone that sticks by him, and I'm glad to hear that, because wives usually bring out the best in us. And so,
Absolutely.
So it's good to hear from you, Mr. Nicks. I can't see you, but it's good to hear from you, and say hello to your wife, and just keep on doing what you're doing. Have a great day. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Carter.
All right, awesome. If nothing else, Mr. Reed, go right ahead.
Yes, thank you, Judge. It's good to hear from you, Mr. Nicks. We talked during your intake. We went over the court's order. You said you could work the program, and you're working the program, and you're doing a great job. We're proud of you. Be proud of yourself. Thank you for your service in the Army. We talked about your service over in Vietnam. Thank you for that also. And we have a holiday coming up, July the 4th. Be safe. Have a safe holiday, all our vets. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Nicks.
Thank you.
All right, very good, very good. I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in thanking Mr. Nicks for his service to this country. We appreciate you, Mr. Nicks. We so appreciate you. I'm going to give you your next dates. You will have a consultation with Mr. Yancey on July 16th. That is going to be at 1:30 p.m. You and Mr. Yancey can work that out. What works best for him and how it works best for him. I am going to see you on, it will be July 30th, 2024, and that's going to be at 8:45 a.m. Did you get that, Mr. Nicks?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. You are all set. You are free to leave. I'm looking forward to you taking that road test, okay?
All right.
All right, very good. Take care, Mr.
All right,
Nicks.
thank you.
You're very welcome. If you could let Ms. Price know that Ms. Stevenson is on at the DDC, and then by Mrs. Nicks, take care. If you could let her know that Ms. Stevenson is on, I need them to go into a breakout room. Good morning to you, Ms. Stevenson at the DDC. Good morning. Can they unmute at the DDC? Where's Miss Jackson?
She right here.
She needs to come in today. That explains all of that craziness on yesterday.
Yeah.
I can't wait till tomorrow for her. I'm sorry. She has to come today. I need you to make a copy of this, because I want folks to know I'm not the bad person in all of this. Make a copy of that. No, I need a copy for the attorneys, and I need you to send that to Miss Warfield as well. Thank you. Miss Stevenson, can you ask them to unmute you at the DDC, please? Oh, there they are. She's another person that was not testing pursuant to this court's order, hasn't really tested since January. Called her in yesterday after she went into a rage on the phone because she was told she had to come in person on Wednesday. And they had her test yesterday at the court, and she came at the end of the day to test, and that's her results.
That's not true.
Good morning, Miss Stevenson. Good morning to you. I'm not even referring to you, so free your mind, I'm not even referring to you. I was referring to somebody else. Good morning, Miss Stevenson.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Miss Stevens. Come on, let's think above.
Good morning.
All right.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. speak to Ms. Price real quick, Miss Matt, because I'm having a hard time. Miss Matt here, speak to him. Miss Stevenson, I'm going to have Miss Price come on and speak with you. As you know, that there are some issues that are going on. Miss Stevenson, I'm never going to hold you accountable for something that someone else did or said to you. I'm never gonna hold you accountable for that. Did you hear me say that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm never going to hold you accountable for that. I use the word never. But what I will hold you accountable for is what you say to me from this day forward. Because you have come on my record along with your case manager and you were not truthful. And so I'm not gonna hold that against you. But what I will hold against you is what you say to me from this day forward. Are we clear?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I just want to make sure that we're clear. I'm not going to, because everybody's got this notion that the judge is going to punish me because my case manager told me not to test, or I didn't need to test, or that I was okay even though I was positive. But I'm not going to ever hold you accountable for something that somebody else said or did. But Ms. Stevenson, today I'm resetting the clock. I'm going to hold you accountable for everything that you say to me. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Now my goal is I've got to get you tested because you look horrible. I've got to get you tested. So you've got to test today. I don't know how we're going to get that done, but my goal is to get you back on track. I believe that you can get back on track, and I believe that you can get to that place where you are back and walking in recovery. And I need to know, are you willing to do it?
Always, Your Honor. I don't understand. I mean, I'm kind of dumbfounded because you say that, I mean, I look horrible. I don't know what I don't.
Miss Stevenson, remember the other day when you came and I told you you looked horrible and you swore that you weren't using anything, and then you took the test, and then you took a subsequent test because you had used something to help you pass that test. But I was born on a day, but not yesterday. And then when you took your subsequent test, the stuff that you were using came back in your system. Listen, Miss Stevenson, you don't have to ever be honest with me. I have mechanisms to find out what I need to find out. But what scares me and frightens me for you is that you are not honest with you. You are not honest with yourself. That's what frightens me more than anything else, is that you're not honest with you. So listen, yesterday, had they been able to just pick you up, I was going to have you brought here and get you into treatment or get you into residential. But since it went down the way it went down, they had to bring you to the DDC. And so now I'm going to get Miss Price on. I'm checking to see if she's on. Did you reach out to Miss Price?
I did. I didn't get an answer.
All right, and we're going to see what we can do today, because I don't want you in jail. I don't believe you belong in jail. I'll put you there if I have to, but I don't believe you belong in jail. Where I'd like to see you be is getting back on track, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. May I speak, please?
You can very quickly.
Your Honor, I came to the graduation on the 23rd. I talked to Ms. Price, but I was just released the day before the graduation. I came and I was having another breakdown because I'm like, how can I go to a graduation? I'm supposed to be a part of it.
Miss Stevenson, let me help you with this. Miss Stevenson, there is no way that you could have believed that you were going to be a part of a graduation when you tested positive for substances only a week before that, or maybe 2 weeks before that. There is no way you could have believed that, ma'am. I'm sorry. And if you did, someone misled you, and I'm going to apologize that they did mislead you. But no, ma'am, I'm not going to graduate somebody that's testing positive for a substance. Miss Stevenson, come on. You know better.
Y'all talking about June 10th. Before June 10th, I thought I was graduating on the 27th. And when that was
Miss Stevenson.
okay, no problem. Yes, ma'am.
Miss Stevenson, you were using, ma'am. You couldn't have thought you were going to graduate. You thought you were graduating because your case manager did not have you testing, and so you knew that this court didn't know you were using. So stop it. Stop. I want you to be honest with yourself, ma'am. You knew you were using. The only reason why I didn't know you were using is because your case manager told you you didn't have to test. Your case manager was not reporting that you weren't testing. Stop it, Miss Stevenson. Be honest with you first. That's the only way you gonna win. Lie to me all day. I'll find out what I need to know. Lie to yourself and you gonna lose, ma'am. Be honest with you first. I need Miss Price. I'm gonna put you on mute. As soon as Miss Price comes in, I'm gonna have you all go into that breakout room and we're gonna come up with a plan to get you back on track. Because I really don't want you at the jail, Miss Stevenson. I don't. I think you've made too much progress to go backwards to jail, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, so hold tight, let's mute them. And I'm going to finish up I gotta finish up my docket for veterans. Let's do it. I am ready now on Bryant Walters. I have case number U220-608-6701. I need you to send those results to Mr. Wade as well. Come on, Mr. Walters. Good morning to you.
Good morning, ma'am.
How are you this morning?
Okay.
You all right?
Yes, ma'am.
I saw you at the graduation.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I did, and you was all fit and dressed up and looking nice and
Yes, ma'am.
smiling. What did you think about that graduation?
Yep, I want to be there very soon.
You want to be there very soon? I love it. I love it. Did you get any takeaways from the graduation?
Yes, I got to see the people, the chief, the Wayne County Sheriff, and the Dayton City Council. I got a lot out of it, you know. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Listen, Mr. Walters, you heard what I said earlier on this morning. You have been in compliance with my orders, testing the way you're supposed to, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. And so how are you feeling about where you are in this process?
I feel good.
You
Yes,
feel
ma'am.
good?
Yes, ma'am.
All
I'm
right.
working now, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday midnights, and I had to go drop Saturday morning in the rain. I went, but I went.
But you went. I need the whole courtroom to hear, but he went.
Well, I had to go.
Look at
I
you.
don't want no trouble with you.
No trouble with me. You don't want no smoke, because I promise you it's fire.
That's why I
Listen.
try to be the first one in, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, very good. Very good. And so you're okay with this midnight shift?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, very
You don't
good.
interfere with nothing.
Okay,
Yes, you know.
wonderful, wonderful. And so, listen, Mr. Walters, I'm glad that you attended the graduation. I'm glad that you're still working your program. Are you having any issues, any questions, any concerns that you need to raise with me this morning?
No, ma'am.
None?
No, ma'am.
All right, y'all know that's that magic question, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I ask it of everybody, and this is that
No, I'm
opportunity.
still going to the classes with Mr. Sherman.
Mr. Kusheri?
Well, yes, his front, his people up there at the VA. I go back on Wednesdays. I try to go every week, cause the guy see me in the hall, hey, you missed me. So I just go, cause I'm working Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but I can go on Wednesday.
All right, I need you to go.
Yes, ma'am.
And you find it to be helpful, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
And another thing about that graduation, I found out, everybody got issues.
Come on, sir.
All different colors and all different ages. So it's
We
just ain't me.
all have
And it's a
issues.
whole 100 people in there. Right?
Oh, it was more than,
Yeah.
This is confirmed.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, you're right. It was more than 100 people in there, but yes,
Yes, ma'am.
there were a lot of people, and every single person in that room, including the people who spoke and shared their story. I was blown away by the councilwoman sharing her story about her father
Right.
And yes, absolutely. And that just really touched my heart because she felt vulnerable enough to share, to let you all know you're not in this struggle by yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Alcoholism, drug addiction, behavioral health issues, it touches everybody's family, including mine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Including mine. Including mine.
Yes, ma'am.
And so it touches everybody, but we're all in this together and there is help available.
Yes, ma'am.
And we're all rooting for you. How about that?
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, very good. Mr. Yancey, Mr. Yancey, what do you have for me as to Mr. Walters?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Walters, his
And
self-report
Shannon
is,
Walker needs a copy of that too.
his self-report is correct. He's been doing really well. He's reaching goals as far as employment, and he's in full compliance of phase 3. He's been in phase 3 for 98 days, Your Honor. I wanted to recommend that he be promoted to phase 4 this morning.
All right, has he completed everything in? I have him in phase, no, that's right. I wrote it down July 2nd. Today is July 2nd. All right, how do you feel about that recommendation for promotion?
We're one more to go.
Come on, well, one more to go. Listen,
Yes, ma'am.
awesome. Anything from the mentor, Mr. Parker, or the attorneys?
Yes, Judge, thank you.
All I heard was promotion, so you get it. I get it.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
yes.
Yes, Judge, thank you. No objection to the promotion. Congratulations, Mr. Walters. You deserve it. Keep up the good work, sir. We're so proud of you. Be proud of yourself. Thank you for coming to graduation last week, and have a safe 4th of July, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You too, sir.
Thank you.
I don't recall having Mr. Walters, but I do want to congratulate him. He's doing well. Sounds great. Congratulations, Mr. Walters.
Thank you, sir.
All right, I need everybody in the courtroom to join me for 2 things. First, we're going to thank Mr. Walters for his service in the Army National Guard. And then secondly, we are going to congratulate Mr. Walters on his promotion to phase 4. Way to go, Mr. Walters. All right. Let me give you some new dates, Ms. Walker. I owe you an apology, but yesterday I pulled a warrant based on what we talked about. A person who has not been tested, has not tested since January, and now she's positive for that. I need her picked up today. I want her picked up today. She's got to come in today. Yes, thank you so much. So I'm a little upset, but that was the wrong response about the person in your office. Handle it however you see best, but I'm not talking to anybody's mama, daddy, cousins, or anything like that until I can get my whole self together, because I'm not together on this. I'm just not. I'm not good.
Neither am I after that situation last night. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. All right. And so listen, Mr. Walters, we're going to give you some next dates. You are going to have a consultation with Mr. Yancey at 1:30 on July 16th. Whatever day y'all decide to do it, and however y'all decide to do it is fine with me. But you're going to have a consultation with him. And then I am going to see you on July 30th. And that is going to be at 8:45 a.m. Okay? All right, Mr. Yancey. Yes. Mr. Yancey, I don't know if I gave you an opportunity to speak as to Mr. Walters. Please do.
No, you did, Your Honor. Mr. Walters is he's really doing well. His self-report is 100% correct. Everything we ask of him, he does it. And Your Honor, I see him. I see him been doing a face-to-face about twice a week anyway. So.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. And Mr. Kushiri, did you have anything asked to Mr. Walters? I forgot to ask you on Mr. Nicks. I didn't see you sitting over there. My apologies.
Oh, no worries, Your Honor. Thank you so much. Good morning. I just want to congratulate Mr. Walters on his new job. Congratulations.
Yes.
You're doing great.
Yes, sir.
He's entirely compliant with all of his treatment. He's doing everything that's expected of him. And I'm grateful that you are plugging through doing so well, Mr. Walters, here
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. You're welcome.
All right. All right, you are all set. Unless Mr. Yancey needs to see you, you are free to leave.
Thank you, ma'am. Y'all have a nice, safe holiday. Too.
You do the same. Thank you, sir. All right. I am going next to Mr. Van Pelt. Where's Mr. Van Pelt? Good morning, Mr. Van Pelt. All right, I have the following matter for you, Mr. Van Pelt. I have case number 190-612-4601. State your full name for me. All right, how are you this morning, Mr. Van Pelt?
Okay.
That's good. Mr. Van Pelt, did I see you at the graduation?
I saw you.
You saw me? All right, very good. What did you get out of that graduation, if anything?
You're ready to be one of the candidates.
Okay, and that's fine. I know y'all all ready to be a candidate. Was anything said to you to inspire you, encourage you, make you want to hold on just a little while longer?
I like the fact that you have brought up the issue of mental health.
Okay, about mental. Okay, yeah, and everybody's dealing with some form of something, right? All right, so I don't want you all to get hard on yourself or, think that you're the only one. Everybody's battling something, right? All right, very good. And so, Mr. Van Pelt, you've been testing the way that you should test?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, doing the things you should be doing?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, awesome. Are you having any issues, any questions, any concerns?
No, ma'am.
None? All right, Mr. Yancey, you reported that housing is good, that you're working on your community service and getting your fines and costs paid, right? All right, very good. And so you are you having any issues with those areas that you need us to help you with?
No.
All right, I asked a question on yesterday, is Miss Price on? Where's Miss Price? All right, do you have a recovery coach? I can't hear you.
I'm working on it.
You're working on it. All right, I want you to get with Miss Price, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So
I spoke to her yesterday.
You spoke with her yesterday, and so you all are working on getting you a recovery coach?
Yes.
All right.
I'll have one before the next time.
All right, awesome. I think that that's so important to build your community of support around you, okay? All right, very good. Mr. Yancey, anything else as to Mr. Van Pelt?
Not a lot. That was one of the bigger things. I was going to bring up is he needs a recovery coach, but that's being worked on at this time. So Mr. Van Pelt, he's doing pretty good. I just need him to stay diligent in what he's doing, making some more partial payments, and we'll keep up with him as far as that goes and community service.
All right, very good. Anything from Mr. Parker, who is the mentor or the attorneys?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Van Pelt, when we spoke last, was doing well. As a matter of fact, when we speak, it seems like he's never doing bad, and that's a good thing. But he's doing well. Sometimes when I know he works at an hour that that he have to sleep during the day, so I have to kind of pick and choose what time I call. But usually he calls me back and let me know that everything is going well. I just want to encourage Mr. Van Pelt. If sometime I do forget to call, please give me a call. If no more than just saying I'm doing well. But to my knowledge right now, Mr. Van Pelt is doing well. And so I want to be available, as his mentor, that if you need to call, please do before I do. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. And Judge, if I may,
Yes.
Mr. Van Pelt, thank you for coming in today and attending the graduation. Good report. Your work in the program. We're proud of you. You should be proud of the work that you're doing. We know it's not easy, but you're doing a great job. You have a good day, sir, and be safe. And have a safe holiday also, Mr. Van Pelt. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reed.
All right. Very good. Mr. Yancey, I have Mr. Van Pelt in phase 4. And I am going to give him dates and then we're going to celebrate you, Mr. Van Pelt. You're doing very well. So I am going to have you do a consultation with Mr. Yancey on July 16th. That'll be at 1:30. And then I will see you on July 30th. And that is going to be at 8:45 a.m. Okay?
That's in person now.
Yes, I'm going to do in person for a moment. Okay? All right. Very good. You are all set. I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in thanking Mr. Van Pelt for his service in the United States Armed Services as a Navy veteran. Come on. All right, take care. You are all set and free to go. I have just a few more cases that I need to get moving. I am going to go now to James Fry. Where's Mr. Fry? Is he with us? I don't. He is not.
Your Honor, I believe he is.
That's right. That's right. He's in IPT. Is that correct?
He is presently at the domiciliary for residential treatment.
All right. So he didn't have notice to get on today, probably, because we thought, well, that is his inpatient, right?
He's an inpatient, but he was, I believe he attended graduation when I was on leave, but I know that he was given a pass to attend graduation. It's possible he wasn't under the impression he was expected to appear today by way of Zoom. If you'd like him to be on, I can reach out to his case manager and have him join so you can just lay eyes on him and check in.
All right, let me ask you this, Mr. Kusheri. Is he free to move about on his own, or are they testing him? Tell me what's going on.
So he's entirely compliant with all of his treatment. He's engaged in individual and group work throughout the day, 5 hours minimum of treatment. UDS, ETGs randomly at least 4 times per week. He has been testing negative since his admission, which was June 17th. He is aligned to complete the program on the 15th.
All right, very good. And so I don't want to pull him if he's in an active treatment. And so what I am going to do is I'll reschedule him. I'd like to bring him back on the 9th, which is next week, so I can see him before he gets out and find out, Mr. Yancey, what the plan is, Mr. Kusheri, what services will he be connected with so that he can continue on this path.
That sounds great. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, so I'm going to adjourn for James Fry, case number 210-456-7901. I am going to adjourn until July 9th, 2024, and that's going to be at 8:45 a.m.
Your Honor, would you prefer him to be in person?
I'd like him to be in person if at all possible, please.
Yes, Judge.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I am going to go now to Mr. Toller. I have Mr. Toller. Good morning to you, Mr. Toller. I have case number 230-443-3501. Mr. Toller, please state your full name for the record.
James Frederick Toller.
Good morning, Mr. Toller. How are you today?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm kind of shaken up a little bit.
Can you share? Do you want to share with me why you're?
Well, can I start from the beginning?
You can.
I made a big mistake. Father's Day, I got picked up for DUI. I went to the detention center for 1 day. And they let me out.
In what city, Mr. Toller?
Detroit.
When was Father's Day?
16th, June 16th.
Yeah, I was present, thinking about what happened to my wife, and I shouldn't have drunk nothing, but one thing led to another, and got pulled over, and they took me to jail. And I got out that Monday.
This was in Detroit?
Yes, ma'am. I got out that next day, I got out that Monday, and they didn't give me no kind of tickets, or nothing. They gave me nothing. They just let me out the next day. So I called Mr. Jansen a couple of days. I got off work. I let Mr. Jansen know that what had happened, and he never got back with me. You know.
I know we brought Miss, well,
And they had took my license too.
Yeah.
So Father's Day was on June 16th.
16.
Did you test around Father's Day?
I tested right after, I tested before that. That's Friday, I tested,
You tested on the 14th.
yes.
And then when did you test again?
That Tuesday, I tested. That Tuesday.
The Tuesday would have been June 18th.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for telling me that you got picked up on an OWI.
Yeah, it's been on my mind ever since then. I haven't been right, and I feel like I let the team down and been pressed for ever since then. And,
You didn't let the team down.
yeah,
I need you to understand that the substance that you battle with is probably one of the hardest substances, I think, one of the harder ones to kick because it's everywhere. You can get it free if you go to the right places with the right people. You can get it at the corner store, the grocery store. You can get it anywhere and everywhere. And the last time that we were here, you told me that you picked up in May. I wasn't aware of it, that you picked up in May and that you were struggling. So here's my question to you. You're receiving VA services. It sounds like the alcohol is a bigger struggle for you, maybe than what you thought, right? And so I want to ask you, would you consider a different level of care?
I don't think so. I think I'm quite done with this. I want, I don't want to come to court on bad terms. I want to come on good terms. That's what I'm trying to work on right now. And it's something.
But here's the thing, Mr. Tolan. If you could push a button and say, I quit drinking. I'm never gonna pick you. Let's say we had I'm never gonna pick up alcohol button. And you were able to push it. You wouldn't be here today, right?
Yes, ma'am.
If you could just say to yourself, I'm not gonna drink, you wouldn't be here today, right?
Right.
So I'm asking you about a higher level of care, and officers, I'm gonna ask for our Veterans Court, the walking behind them. Let's make sure we implement that, please. If you coming in from that door, if you could just say, I want to stop, and you could stop, we wouldn't be here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You wouldn't have picked up in May for whatever reason.
Right.
You wouldn't have picked up in May. You wouldn't be picking up at any time, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you know that it's a harder struggle for you than what you thought it was, right?
Yes, yes.
So I understand that you don't want a different level of care, but listen, you are on a probation where you cannot use alcohol. Never gonna send you to jail for using alcohol. But the behaviors that you engage in after you use alcohol are behaviors that will send you to jail. As you know, you got to stop drinking and driving. They took you, they kept you overnight or what have you. So I'm not going to send you to jail for drinking. even though I should, because you put the public at risk.
Yes, ma'am.
But I need you to see that the behaviors that you engage in, they're gonna send you to jail. They're gonna send you to jail, or they're gonna send you to the morgue.
Yeah. The deputy told to say, Jane, you got one more time, you mess up. Say you mess up one more time, it's gonna be a felony and they're gonna lock you up. I said, I don't want that.
In prison.
That's what she told me. The deputy told that.
Mr. Kusheri. I'm just learning about this today, so you can see I don't have a poker face. I'm gonna have a poker mouth this morning. I'm choosing to have I'm choosing. Mr. Kusheri, I need you to speak with him and find out what else is available to him. I don't know if you were with us a week or so ago, where Mr. Toller indicated to me that in May, he had picked up, it was not brought to my attention, so he thought, you know, he fell under the radar. And so now here we're seeing when people are not testing, when we don't know what's going on, kind of get in your mind, I'm getting away with it, so, or nobody cares. And I certainly don't want you to think this court doesn't care, because we care.
That's why
I know, and listen, I appreciate your honesty this morning. I appreciate it. And so, but what I'm seeing, Mr. Kusheri, is now, you know, you went May, and then he's got another in June, and now he's got picked up in jail. It's like we're escalating. So I'm not certain that the level of care that he's at right now is the appropriate level of care, not a clinician. So that's why I'm putting this in your lap, because I could be all wrong. But I need you to speak with him today and talk to him and come back and advise this court as to what your recommendations are. Now, I do want you to keep Mr. Toller in mind, what he's saying about this is updates and best practices. What his feelings are about the level of care that you're recommending. Okay? You gotta at least let him get his feelings on the table, and I'm sure you will. You're much more diplomatic than I am. All right, so can you do that? Is it possible to do that on this morning?
Absolutely, Judge. It would be my pleasure to reassess him and develop a treatment response to this
All right.
violation. And I want to commend him on the record too for being honest with the court. I was aware of the violation in May. I spoke with Mr. Yancey about a treatment recommendation. I was not aware of this new violation, but I just want to commend you for being honest. I'm going to reaching out to Mr. Yancey when it happened, speaking with the judge today, and we'll make sure that we're in a position to move forward. Be successful. Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you so much. Officer, this morning is our Veterans Treatment Court. Clear out that conference room, find somewhere else to go. Mr. Kusheri needs to go in. This is the Veterans Treatment Court docket this morning. I'll pass on it. I'm going to recall it. Listen, I want you to know I'm very proud of you. You are brave, and being honest is what's going to help you, and that lets me know you really want the help. That's what that says to me. You are still my Mr. Toller. I still see you winning. I still see you overcoming this. I still do. Nothing in my view has changed. If anything, it's gotten clearer. It's gotten better. And so you are going to be just fine, Mr. Toller. Is your sister here this morning?
Yes.
Where is she? Good morning, sister.
Good morning.
I see you. I need you to hold on. All right? It's a journey. It's not a sprint. Think about it. We talked about this the last time. If he could push a button, Mr. Toller has a great heart. If he could push a button and say, this is over, sister, he would push it. And we wouldn't even have these discussions today. But he's not able to do that. It's a lifetime journey. It's a lifetime journey. My heart goes out to you because I've been that sister. I've been that sister sitting in court. I've been that sister showing up at the rehabilitation facilities and hearing that my brother has somehow gotten a hold of drugs. I've been that sister going, ain't I enough for you to quit? Don't you love me enough? You're ruining our family. What about me? I'm supposed to be your favorite. I've been that sister. And what I understand is that addiction is a disease. Just like people don't choose cancer, just like they don't choose heart attacks and all these other diseases, that can harm a family, make a family have to regroup and work harder. Addiction is the same kind of disease. So I want you from one sister to another. I want you to hang in there. Don't give up on your brother. My brother went to rehab 6 times. He's 34 years plus in recovery. 6 times. And 6 times I was right there, catching the bus, train, plane, bubblegum wrapper to get to him. Because my mama would take my car because she didn't want me going up to no rehab facility because I was only about 110 pounds soaking wet back then. She couldn't stop me because I saw something in him. And I'm glad I lived long enough to see him walk in that something I saw in him. So you got to hold on. You got to keep that light on for him. Don't give up on him. Don't beat him up. Now, some days I did. I wanted to knock my brother's lights out. I just did. I wanted to fight him. If I could have took him, I would have fought him. But he's bigger, he's taller, 6'2". I can't, I'm 5'1" on a good day. And so listen, don't give up on your brother. Encourage him every opportunity that you get, okay? Can I count on you to do that? And I'm going to recommend for you a support group. I don't know if there is a family support group for her. And maybe even with Ms. Price, we can look to see through our court, because we have family reunification that we really do. And so, but let me know if through the VA, because I wish I would have had a support system. Back then, addiction was taboo in the African-American family. Nobody was talking about it. Nobody was admitting it. Nobody was embracing it. I wish I would have had a support group at 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, when he was going through, when I knew that he was aware of his disease. And I didn't have one. And everybody thought I was crazy because I wouldn't give up on him. If we can get her into a support group, that would be phenomenal.
Absolutely, Judge. I'll talk about options and make sure she knows what's available for her.
All right.
Because I'm the big sister and I'm the oldest, and just him and my other brother, my baby brother. And they look to me for everything.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Hang in there with him. Don't enable him.
No.
But hang in there with him.
It just hurt.
I know.
When I asked him, like, every 2 or 3 days,
I know.
And, I'm checking on him, I'm trying to stand by him. It hurt when I found out it's not the truth.
I understand, but you
I can be strong
understand.
for me, but you gotta be strong for yourself. I can't do it. You can't, nobody, he gotta do it.
I hear you,
All
sister.
those excuses, I know you know. You gonna keep trying. That's all I can do.
But let me say, can I just say one thing to you about the lying? I remember my brother used to lie to me, and we used to always say, we don't keep secrets. I would tell him everything. And he would lie to me about what he was doing. And what I came to realize, and he came to realize, it really wasn't me that he was lying to. He was lying to himself. He was lying to himself. And so I learned to not take it personal. I still held him accountable, but I learned to not take it personal. So lying to himself. And that's what that disease does to you. It will make you lie to yourself. So don't give up on him. I can't stress that enough. Don't give up on him. Please don't give up on him. Because I'm not giving up on him. Okay? I'm not giving up on him. All right.
Just gotta find a way where it don't hurt me.
Well, when you love somebody, I don't know that there is a way that it doesn't hurt. We learn to love them even through our hurt. Because you love
I
them.
mean, this my brother. I used to make him have tea parties with him.
Yeah. Same brother. We gonna get there. We gonna get there. All right, Mr. Toler, you're gonna go in with Mr. Kusheri. And Mr. Kusheri, you'll come out, make your recommendation. We're gonna also keep in mind that I believe his sister could benefit from some support. All
Yes,
right,
Judge.
and then we'll go from there.
John, can I say one thing?
Yes, you can.
I enjoyed the graduation. I went there.
I didn't even ask you about the graduation. Tell me what you enjoyed about the graduation.
I enjoyed all the speakers. I've seen James White in person, and
You did.
yeah, and it's just lovely, just inspiring. So I'm just trying to focus on, I want to graduate, be out there too.
Yes, sir. And that is your community of support.
Yeah.
That's your community James White supports this, Chief James White supports this program.
That's the first time I ever seen him in person. I used to always see him on TV, but I saw him up there. I was like, can't believe that's him.
That was him in living color. Great guy, great guy. All right, awesome, awesome. Mr. Kucheri, let me know when you're ready to return.
Yes, Judge.
All right. I think I have one more before I have to do my intake. And that is, wait a minute, Mr. Ortiz, are you on? Yes, you are not in the courtroom today. You on Zoom. All right, Mr. Ortiz, let me call your case. Case number U673-52523. State your full name for me, Mr. Ortiz.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Brandon Lee Ortiz.
All right, good morning to you. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well, Your Honor. Thank you. And I do want to apologize for it appears a slight miscommunication, and I do take full responsibility. Yes. I should have been more inquisitive and diligent.
It's okay.
Me having to be there, but other than that, I'm doing well, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, very good. It's okay. I'm glad you're on. Did you make it to the graduation?
I sure did, Your Honor. It was really nice to see you and to see everybody there. Very beautiful ceremony, if I do say so myself.
Wow. Did you learn anything? Did you get anything?
I definitely did. I'm already feeling, kind of proud of myself for sticking with the program and making it so far. But to see so many other people at different points in the journey is just adding that much more fuel to the fire, keeping me more motivated, more inspired as to where I could be if I just stick with the program and do what I'm supposed to do. It was really nice to see everybody there.
Awesome. Awesome. How's the baby doing?
She's doing very, very well. Thank you, Your Honor, for asking. Growing faster than ever. I thought she was growing fast before, but now it's really kicking in. She's teething, starting to crawl, making all the progress too. Faster than ever.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. I love it. And she's getting to see her dad in a better version of her dad.
Exactly. That's true, Your Honor. The best version of her dad. And I'm happy that she gets that from me.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. Are you having any issues, any concerns, any questions that you need to raise with me on today?
No issues, no concerns, Your Honor. Like I said, I'm really proud of myself for being able to stick with the program that previously maybe I wouldn't have even given any thought to. And just to make it this far, even though I'm not that far, to me, I've made a lot of progress.
You have made a lot of progress, sir. You have definitely made a lot of progress, okay? Hang in there, all right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Yancey, did you have anything else to report out?
Not too much on Mr. Ortiz. He's had a lot of ups and downs, but it hasn't really affected him doing the program or being in compliance with the program. I also see Mr. Ortiz once a week, physically in the court. So he's doing pretty well at this time.
All right, very good. Who is Mr. Parker?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Yes.
And good morning, Mr. Ortiz. He's doing great, and as Mr. Yancey said, some ups and downs, but the ups are more than the downs. He's doing well when we speak. I'm glad to hear that your son is doing good. Son, right?
My daughter.
Daughter. Okay, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And my son just had he just turned 2 the other day, and I mean, he's getting into everything. My son's daddy, he just all over the place, and he just turned 2. So I said, he was 2 before he turned 2.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
And it's one of those things that when you talk about terrible twos, so you have to be very patient, and I'm sure that you are. I know that you are, and you're looking well, and when we speak, you're doing good, and so I just want to congratulate you. We always say one day at a time, and that's how you have to take this one at a time, and you're doing great, and you're going to make it through. and I look forward to being in your graduation. Now, I do apologize that I wasn't able to be there. I had a previous engagement, and we were out of town on that day. But I'm going to make sure I keep my calendars updated so that I don't miss another one. And so, congratulations to you. Keep on doing what you're doing, and you can call me at any time. Thank you, Yana.
All right, awesome. Yes, go ahead, Mr. Reed.
A good report, Mr. Ortiz. Always good to see you. Thank you for coming out to the graduation. You're working the program. We're so proud of you, sir. I know you have a lot on your plate. Sometimes life is unfair, but you're working it. And you keep up the good work, sir. You keep up the good work. And you have a good holiday. And be safe, Mr. Ortiz. Always great to see you. Always great to hear from you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Ortiz, I have you in phase 2. I am going to give you the following dates. Mr. Ortiz, I'm going to see you next week. I'm going to schedule you for a hearing for next week, Tuesday, the 9th. And that's going to be at 8:45 a.m. And so I want to make sure I get your in-person in, okay? Do you work in the mornings?
Yes, Your Honor, but I can make arrangements for that time.
You sure? Am I giving you enough time with a week?
Yeah, that should be fine.
All right, very good. Then I'm going to see you at 8:45 a.m. on July 9th, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Before you leave, I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in thanking Mr. Ortiz for his service in the Navy. Thank you, Mr. Ortiz.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. You are all set, sir. Enjoy your day.
You as well. Thank you, Your Honor.
And then I also have Don Jackson, who is going to be on our Veterans Treatment Court docket. However, I am adjourning Mr. Jackson for intake. That is going to be on July 9th, 2024 at 8:45 a.m. And please indicate that it's for intake. Put them on for intake. So this is for case numbers 230-454-4301 and U632-79922 for Don Jackson. All right. I was going to see Miss Harris after I finished all of my cases, so she's not here. Are we ready on our intake? Yes. And I'm doing, yeah. I'm not in a good mood this morning, so I just need to say that. Go ahead. I have only one more case to do for the veterans, and then she can come and worry me all she wants to. Okay. Surprised it ain't Mr. Page. Where he at? He been worrying me too. What? Okay. All right. Very good. Are we ready on the intake? You are? All right, this is for Mr. Wyatt. Mr. Yancey, are you ready on the intake? Call Ms. Harris, and so I can speak with her. I want to take a quick break.
I'm ready.
All right, very good. What's going on with Ms. Price? Because Ms. Stevenson is still sitting there.
I haven't been able to. Let me go ahead.
Who is assigned Ms. Stevenson case? Is it you, Ms. Jackson? Okay, I don't think she can either. Ms. Jackson? No?
I'll text her, Your Honor. It looks like she doesn't even have her headphones in, so one moment.
Miss Warfield, are you on?
I am here.
All right. Mr. Yancey, did you schedule a Mr. Kenneth Turner on this morning?
Your Honor, I did tell him to come in because it's because of a violation I was going to articulate to the court.
All right, I just wanted to make sure. Very good, thank you. All right, Miss Stevenson, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to do the arraignment on the bench warrant, Miss Mack.
Yes, sir.
And she's gonna have to go to the Wayne County Jail because that's the only way she's going to be, that she's going to be able to be transported here, Miss Warfield. And then I will do an order for the Wayne, I need to get her tested. I will do an order for them to bring her over today, if at all possible. That's what I'm gonna try to do. We might have to call in a couple of favors. Miss Warfield,
I'm here.
did you hear what I indicated?
I did, Your Honor. Could you send me a quick message as to exactly why she was picked up? Because I'm kind of unclear about that part.
Oh, because she got out of the hospital and was supposed to report directly here and did not.
Gotcha. Okay. That's it. That's all I needed.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I don't want to send her over to the jail, but that may be the only way that I can get her transported here today. I don't know that they transport from the DDC. Maybe you should call Shannon Walker and find out.
Let me find out right now.
My goal is to get her back, get her tested and get her back on track. I don't want her in jail.
I'm gonna call Miss
Okay.
Walker right now to see. Yep.
All right, so we'll have her stay put for a second. Miss Stevenson, stay put for a second. We working behind the scenes, trying to make it work, okay? So thank you for your patience. I'm going to do did you get Miss Harris on the phone?
I'm going to know.
All right, I want to see what she wanted before I go to my intake, and then that will end our veterans docket.
Judge, did you give a date to Mr. Toll, or are you gonna wait until he's done?
No, I did not give a date for Mr.
I just wanna
Toll.
make sure they can.
No, you didn't miss it. Yes. Yes, I'll talk to her. I'm gonna pick up right here. Miss Harris? Give me just 2 seconds to set some things up very quickly. Mr. Wyatt, you know I'm shocked to see you standing before me, right?
Just the reason behind it.
Well, of course there is.
I'm not
All right, give me 2 seconds. Let me just get this set up for you. And then Ms. Mack, if you could run him to make sure, I'm gonna need you to run Mr. Kohler when you get a chance as well.
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, I have for Mr. Wyatt, I have case number Z 8088671. Mr. Wyatt, please state your full name.
Michael Randolph Wyatt.
All right, how are you this morning?
I'm doing okay.
All right, Mr. Wyatt, you know you've been before me before, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and we back here again. Do you want the help this time, Mr. Wyatt?
No, I'd like to explain my situation first.
Well, I want you to answer my question first. Do you want the help?
I mean, I don't know, because I've been doing fine on my own. It's just that one unfortunate situation.
No, it's not unfortunate when you drink and then you get behind the wheel of a car. It's called choice. And it's called, I can't control what I can't, alcohol has me in a position where I'm not able to make a good decision for myself or for others, because you endanger the whole community when you get behind the wheel of a car.
Yeah, I get, because can I just I know you say that, but I just want to explain, what, because I haven't drunken since that incident, so I want to let you know exactly what happened that caused that, if you don't mind.
Mr. Fikens, have you talked with your client? Because if he doesn't want to do the program, he can go back to his sentencing judge and go to jail.
No, okay.
That's fine, because he has more than one OWI, am I correct?
Okay, well.
And he will likely get jail time. Probably 100% that he will get jail time.
Well, in that case.
No, wait, I'm talking to Mr. Fikens. So Mr. Fikens, do you want to talk to your client?
We've talked. I understand, I know what he's gonna tell you. And I think that even showcases to me that Mr. Wyatt needs some more help, needs some more treatment, some more therapy, so that he understands what the court told him is that he made a choice, he made a decision. It wasn't the correct decision, and that's what brought him back here. Obviously, if he didn't need treatment, could contain this on his own, he wouldn't be here in the first place. In fact, he wants to tell you a story, and I think it is a difficult circumstance that Mr. Wyatt found himself in, probably not all of his own making, and then he decided, unfortunately, to use. And I think because he had abstained for so long, it affected him in such a way that he was stopped because of it, stopped himself because of it. I think he feels a lot of remorse.
I understand.
And a lot of guilt. That's why I think he wants to explain to you his guilt and remorse. it does not take away from
Yes.
my thought, and also his thought, because I get my thought from his thought, that he wants this.
No.
He understands that he needs the help. And so I think he just wants to express to you how bad he feels about this. I think he needs to accept more that this was his own, of his own creation, the decision to drink.
Yes.
Creation. And I agree that he had many problems that led up to that event. That's what treatment is for, to get you past that. So I believe he is a great candidate. I think after maybe he purges himself of some of this information he wants to tell you, he'll come to that understanding that
Okay.
he wants this program. But I guess it's part of the process, Judge. I think he's a good candidate.
All right, very good. What do you want to tell me? Thank you, Mr. Vikings. What do you want to tell me, Mr. Wyatt?
Okay, ma'am, what it was is that, after the program, I got me a job, I was living, I had a good, nice apartment, and everything, had my life back there, and went and bought me a really nice car, and I was doing well, no problems whatsoever, I was doing well. Nothing was going on in my life, just living my life, doing what I had to do, whatever. But then, I had an unfortunate, okay, I was.
Short version.
Oh, short version, okay, well, the short version was that this chick, a woman,
Shorter than that.
a female.
He lost his job through some unfortunate circumstances at work.
Okay.
That is what happened.
Okay, I'm sorry, okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, sir. I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm just.
Okay, yeah, no,
That is the problem, that you probably shouldn't have been terminated, but you were.
right. Yeah,
Okay, thank
I
you.
lost my job unfairly. I was upset about it and everything like that. Because after that, I got evicted from my apartment because they, once I told them, I got fired from my job, they evicted me from my apartment. I was only living for relatives to relatives. Then I found myself living in the shelter for a long time. And all this stuff was combined with my cousin. He caught me at a low point and everything like that, and talking to you and everything like that. And he was like, I'm sorry, man, I see you've been shaking. Hey, why don't you just take this to come here? It's just one little drink, you can do it. So, one little drink, and then after on my way going back to the shelter, that's when I fell asleep at the wheel and crashed.
And did you get injured as a result of that crash? Did you get injured?
No.
Was someone else injured?
No, no one was injured.
I'm so happy to hear that. I'm very happy to hear that. All right. Listen, I'm glad that you're back and you're ready to work, you're willing to work.
Yes.
All right. And so I need you to work.
I will.
Bottom line, I need you to work. I need you to work it.
Oh, yeah.
I need you to work it.
Oh, yeah, I will.
And I understand, and that's something, I think that you qualified for VA services last time, right?
Right.
So you should still qualify for VA services. We'll make sure Mr. Kusheri knows what's going on with him if he hasn't already spoken with him. But this time I really want them to make sure that they address your decision-making. Because life is gonna happen, long as you're alive. My mama used to say 50-50 chance. When you wake up in the morning, something gonna go wrong, something's gonna go good. You might have a little bit of both. The only 100% chance you have of life being perfect when you wake up in the morning is to not wake up. And I'm like, well, I don't really want that option,
No.
right?
Right.
So we've gotta learn that and work with you so that when life does happen, you don't make a decision that now makes things even worse. Because you could have injured yourself. You could have caused the end of your own life, or you could have injured someone else and caused the end of their lives. And either way, it's just not winning. So you want to work the program?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and I have your commitment to do it?
Yes, ma'am.
Where are you living now?
Well, they, after a while, the Section 8, they, gave me a place to stay, so I'm staying in this apartment, in the Section 8 apartment right now.
In the city?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. Somebody needs to mute. All right, very good. And so I'm glad that you have a place to stay. Are you working?
No,
Okay, so that's one of your goals, right? After we get you situated, right?
yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Mr. Yancey, are you doing the intake for him? And if so, well, before I do that, I've asked you, do I have your commitment? You know the benefits of working this program. You're gonna get all of your wraparound services. Your charge is not dismissible, but it can be closed with improvement.
Okay.
You know that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. And so with that, I want you to let me hear. It's just, y'all, I'm just gonna tell y'all today, I'm just not in a good place. I'm not in a good place today. And so I just need everybody to know y'all gonna have to grant me a level of patience. And y'all gonna need to grant me a level of grace today, because I'm just not in a good place. When you mess with the folks that have been entrusted to me, I'm gonna struggle. And so I'm struggling today. I'm struggling, and I thought I was better today, but I'm not. So be patient with me, all right, Mrs. Wyatt?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, only because I care about you. That's it. All right. Mr. Fikens, you've spoken with your client. Is he eligible to participate pursuant to Michigan and federal law?
Judge, he is. I did speak with him. I thank you for that opportunity. He is eligible to participate pursuant to Michigan federal law.
All right, very good. And then, Mr. Yancey, did you review the lien and determine whether or not Mr. Wyatt is a substantial threat to the public or a risk?
Your Honor, I did review the lien. He's not a substantial risk to the public, nor is he a violent offender.
All right, awesome. Thank you. With that, Mr. Yancey, has he completed his screening here at 36th District Court?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right, awesome. Very good. Please make sure that I get that information as to his risk and need level. All right, you may present Mr. Wyatt at this time. Ms. Wilson, there are some files that I'm asking you for, if you can bring those up. And then Mr. Yancey, before you present Mr. Wyatt, Alante Hale is in my waiting room. He waited all day yesterday for some information that I needed. I know that you sent me the information as to the interlock, but did you send me anything about his testing? Since December, or since he's been with us, has he been testing pursuant to this court's order?
Yes, Your Honor. The only time he wasn't is there was a week in March that he wasn't, and he had some surgery, and it appears that it was reported to the court that he had surgery. Other than that, yes.
So he is good with his interlock?
Yes.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to admit him. I've already given him future court dates. Well, we got to win. That's 1 out of 18. All right. And so Mr. Hale, is he on? I'm sorry, Mr. Wyatt. He sat with me all day yesterday. I was trying to get information and everybody was just busy. Mr. Hale, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
All right, turn on your camera. Mr.
You can see me
Hale,
now?
you are good. I can see you now. I see you got your fro out picked out this morning. You go on with your bad self. I don't know if I want to sing Superfly or what. Come on, sir. You doing it. Mr. Hale, you are all set. I'm good. And it's good to see you smile today. Thank you for your patience on yesterday. Mr. Hale, you are all set.
I'll make sure it ain't no problems. No
problems. It's been reported by Mr. Yancey. And let me say this, there is going to be an audit of all of those files. This is a cursory review. So I don't want everybody to put everything on Mr. Yancey. This is a cursory review. There will be a deep dive audit, but I wanted to make sure you were okay with the interlock piece and you are all right. So I want you to continue what you're doing. Make sure that you are not only following the court's directives, but the interlock directives. So if you need to do a rolling test, you better do that rolling test. If you are supposed to, if they tell you there's an error and we need you to blow again, you need to blow again. Because those kind of violations, which are going to now be reported to me, even though they are not believed to be alcohol related, they are certainly infractions that I may consider revoking a restricted license. So I want to make sure you're aware of that, okay?
No problem. I ain't got no
All
problems
right.
with the device. I'll make sure everything good.
Okay, well, no, you had a couple of things that came back early on that were not reported to me, but they were not considering them as violations. So we're gonna get some clarity on that, but I'm telling you from my lips to your ears that when you are supposed to test, you need to test. When they say test again, because I'm gonna get that information. And if you're not following their directives, I'm going to revoke your license. All right, so I want you to know that up front, all right?
Yeah, we good.
We are good. Did I give you your future court dates when you were with me?
No, you just gave me today at 10 o'clock.
I thought I gave you some future court dates. Yes, I
What?
did. I
You
did.
gave me, I think you gave me one for 1:30, but I don't remember if that was what that was.
Let me have Miss Matt give it to me. Come on, Miss Matt.
Yes, Judge, you have him scheduled for July the 5th at 1:30. And you also have him scheduled for July the 12th at 1:30. I don't know which one is the consultation and one
Yes,
is the court hearing.
the first one, July 5th, is a consultation with Mr. Yancey at 1:30. And then the second one is your court date with me at 1:30. All right?
Okay.
All right. You are all set, Mr. Hale. I'm glad it all worked out, okay?
No problem.
All right. Take care.
You too.
All right. Mr. Yancey, we are going to go back to Mr. Wyatt. I apologize, but I didn't want him to wait any longer. You may present Mr. Wyatt at this time.
Yes, Your Honor. So before the court, as you can see, is Mr. Wyatt. He's here on a charge of operating while visibly impaired, and that's amended from operating while intoxicated. He's a 56-year-old single father of one adult child. He's a resident of the city of Detroit and currently resides alone. Mr. Wyatt is a past participant in Veterans Court from 2021. He reports having served several branches of the military, including the Marines, Army, and Navy. He's a high school graduate and reports that he has some college. He reports being in average health at this time. And as far as monetary, he receives disability payments through the VA administration. This is as I said, this is the defendant's second time being in our Veterans Court. His license is currently revoked. And as you asked me, he did complete the assessment with this court.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Fikens, you may present your client at this time, and then Mr. Kushera, I'll hear from you if you have something on it.
Yes, Judge. Thank you, Your Honor. It's good to see Mr. Wyatt back. Really, he was always communicative, talks nice and loud and nice and strong. You think he felt somewhat embarrassed about being here. That's why he wanted to tell you about what brought him here. As we talked about in the other room, this is a lifelong contest, and things will come back. Of course, we'd like for nobody to come back, but we welcome them back with open arms. Mr. Wyatt wants our help. Certainly understands the need for help, and I think he's going to do the program well, better than before. And I look forward to working with him, Judge. I certainly recommend him for acceptance.
All right. Thank you. All right. No need to be embarrassed. That's what we're here for. We never throw you away. Remember, I told you that. We never throw you away. Our arms are always open, and any resources that we have to help you, they will always be available. Mr. Kusheri, what did you have for me?
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning. Mr. Wyatt is presently linked to High Bash. He's engaged in treatment through that program.
Tell me the name of the program again.
He's engaged through HUD Bash. So
Okay.
the HUD Bash program that assists veterans with sustainable housing. And he receives case management services in addition to some other services, but we will work together and I will offer him CWT and other employment services, and we will make sure that he's linked to any treatment as clinically indicated based on the nature of his charge as well. And it's so good to have you, Mr. Wyatt. Enjoy working with you. I'm glad to see you on this with the circumstance, but I know that we're gonna move forward and work it out.
Most definitely, most definitely.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your
Okay.
Honor.
All right, very good. Thank you. If nothing else, I am accepting you into our program. And I'm glad that you're here. And I look forward to working with you. I am going to see you in person and starting off until we get to a place where we can do virtual hearings. All right. And so what I'm going to do, I want to make sure that you are on track. I am going to, Mr. Yancey, schedule Mr. Wyatt for a return to court. That is going to be on July 9th, 2024, and that will be at 8:45 a.m. Did you get that?
I got July 9th, 8:45 a.m.
In person here at the court.
Yes, ma'am.
You are supposed to test, Mr. Wyatt, 2 times, a minimum of 2 times per week. Did you test this morning?
No, I had not.
Mr. Yancey, I need you to make arrangements for Mr. Wyatt to test this morning.
I have a sheet down there. He can just come up and do that.
All right, very good. And so I'm gonna have you test on this morning. You're going to test a minimum of 2 times per week, and it is random, which includes weekends. I need you to call every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, to see if you have to test. Mr. Yancey, have you connected him with his testing yet? Uh-oh, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I have the information at my desk. He would have got it the last time, but he wasn't here. So I do have it.
Right. Okay, so he has to come up and see you for testing, and to get his testing facility, I need to know what that facility is. I will let you know that my preference is that you test at 36th District Court in our lab. We are open Monday through Friday. You have to test somewhere else on the weekends if your color is called, but we're open Monday through Friday. Of course, we're closed on holidays like we will be on this Thursday because of the July 4th holiday. If you're gonna test here, I'm asking you to get here before 4 o'clock so we can make sure that if there are any issues with you having to go or what have you, that we're not waiting until the last minute. I really prefer 3:30, but get here and come and test. But you've gotta have a testing facility for the weekends, okay? And for holidays, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. What questions do you have for me?
I just like, I know what you said about testing. I mean, I'm glad you'll be able to test here because right now I have no job and no income.
We pay for your testing in phase 1 now.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
So Mr. Yancey will give you, Mr. Yancey will give you all of that information when you go up to see him.
Okay.
All right. Listen, if you have Mr. Fikens, you went over the court order with him. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. If you have any questions about my court order, you need to make sure that when you're coming in for your hearings that you ask me. Okay? I'm gonna always ask you any issues, questions, or concerns. I need you to let me know, okay? All right. I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in thanking Michael Wyatt for his service to this country and his service to each one of us. Thank you, Mr. Wyatt. We appreciate you. Before you leave that podium to go see Mr. Yancey, who is going to be Mr. Wyatt's mentor?
Yeah, that's going to be Mr. Scott.
All right, Mr. Scott, you were his mentor before. Place your appearance on the record for me, Mr. Scott.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Kevin Scott, 36th District Convention Court, peer mentors. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, and so you know how to contact Mr. Wyatt. If not, Mr. Yancey, let's connect them because he's going to need that support. And then Mr. Kucheri, whatever you tell him to do as far as getting connected and staying connected and receiving the appropriate services, that of course becomes a part of my order. So that means I'm expecting you to do it. All right, Mr. Wyatt?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. You are all set.
All right.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Warfield, are we ready on Ms. Stevenson? And then I'm going to go to Mr. Toller to
I am
finish
still
out my
waiting.
veterans docket.
I'm sorry, I'm still waiting for Miss Walker to get back with me about whether or not DDC can transfer Miss Stevenson directly to the court. She's actually on the phone with them now from what the information has been given to me, so we should be ready shortly.
All right, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you. Hello, how are you? I'm well, thank you. The gentleman that went yesterday is supposed to be coming back today for a tether. Is he here?
He's in detention.
Okay. That's fine. No, yeah, that's fine. We're at the end of the veterans docket. Yes, sir. Thank you for asking.
Judge, I do have information. DDC is trying to get her over here, Miss Stevenson over here. They're trying to get her over.
Okay.
So,
Miss Stevenson, if you can hear me. Miss Stevenson, the DDC is working to get you over here to court. I'm working real hard for you not to go to jail today. So be patient with me, okay? All right, you're muted. Give me thumbs up if you can hear me. Oh, I don't see them. Oh, I see them now. All right. Thank you. All right. I'm gonna go to Mr. Toller to close out my veterans docket. Mr. Toller.
I think Mr. Vikings to be, oh, okay.
Oh, okay. And then Mr. Kusheri, I need Mr. Kusheri with me on Mr. Toller. Can you ask him for 2 seconds to stick his head in on Mr. Toller? I'm recalling for Mr. Toller, 230-443-3501. State your full name for the record, sir.
Record Toller.
All right. You had an opportunity to talk to Mr. Kusheri?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Kusheri. Do you need to sidebar with me first, Mr. Kusheri?
Sure, Your Honor.
Let's sidebar. Does Mr. Toller need to come with us?
Absolutely.
All right, let's sidebar with Mr. Toller. 24 in person, and that is going to be at 8:45 a.m. I did have a sidebar with Mr. Kusheri and with Mr. Toller. There are some adjustments that are going to be made, some therapeutic adjustments. One of them is that he's going to attend a VA group on this week, and he's going to do that and come back and let me know how it went when he comes back to see me on Tuesday of next week. He is going to be, his level of service is going to be increased. And so, Mr. Kusheri, you may want to share with him, and if you can share with his sister, that there is an increase in services, but we believe as well, there's some additional services with respect to grief and loss that are being added. And all of these things, Mr. Toller, will be mandatory. Means you've got to do it. You've got to do it. It's not optional, okay? All right, very good. And I have your commitment to do it, right? All right, very good. I'm going to see you on Tuesday, 8:45 a.m. in person. All right? You good? All right. You good, ma'am? All right. Thank you so much. I don't know if you want to speak. Do you all want to speak with Mr. Kusheri?
I will speak with them outside, and then he's just waiting for a copy of that.
Oh, Miss Mack, you got it for him, right? Miss Mack, you'll get it for him.
Mr. Kusheri, I didn't receive it.
All right. I believe that ends the veterans docket. I want to thank Mr. Parker, and I want to thank Mr. Scott and Mr. Kusheri.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Actually have a walk-in.
Oh, we have a walk-in.
Arraignment.
Oh, we'll do that, but I don't need the other team, right? This is from another program. All right, you all are free to leave. Thank you so much for your service. We appreciate your help. Before you leave, I need everybody to join me in thanking Mr. Toller for his service in the United States Army. Don't let me forget. We appreciate you putting on that uniform for all of us. Thank you, Mr. Toller. All right, now you all are free to leave. Thank you for your service today. I appreciate it.
Everyone have a great day.
Sure.
All right, you do the same.
Thank you.
All right, you have a walk-on. Give me that name for the Veterans Court.
His name is
Benny Robinson, you have something for me? Add him to my docket, please. Did he test today?
Oh, I don't believe he was asked to test, Your Honor. I don't think he's interfaced with any court staff yet.
Okay, we're gonna bring him back for intake. Is that what you're indicating?
Well, when I spoke with some previous staff, it was my understanding that he would present today for a walk-in arraignment to resolve his warrant.
Okay.
And then be set up with a court date so he can speak with a counsel to talk about possible BTC admission. And he's agreeable with that, but the first step is resolving the warrant and getting a court date. That was per Mr.
Okay.
That was the last I heard.
All right, and so
But he is motivated to resolve his legal matters, and he's presented here voluntarily on this day, Your Honor.
All right, awesome. So a couple of things I need to do, Ms. Mack. We'll go through with the warrant piece of it, but also I need to, what happened to Miss Stevenson? Are they bringing her over because she's no longer on the screen?
Right, I don't know, they haven't, they were still working on it when I talked to the deputy over there, so I don't know why she's not on the screen. I don't know, I didn't know, none of us removed her, I don't know.
No, she's gone. They may have
know.
removed her.
Yeah. I haven't
Okay, let's
heard.
find out, make sure they're not just releasing her because she's not to be released.
Right.
Okay, very good. Ms. Mack, in addition, I need you to reach out and send the ROA to Ms. Rhonda and to Mr. Wade that Benny Robinson is a person that needs to have a soft assessment for our Veterans Treatment Court and get set up to come back for his intake. We won't be able to do an intake today because there's some assessments that need to take place. And so can you do that for me so I can know how to proceed on him? As a matter of fact. I'm gonna call him and I'm gonna take this time and just take a reprieve. Ms. Wade, good morning to you. Yes. No, that was mine. I have for Benny Robinson, case number 18058399801. Mr. Robinson, please state your full name for me.
Robinson.
All right, good morning to you, sir. All right, Mr. Fikens, this matter is in warrant status.
Yes, Judge. It's my understanding, Robert Fikens on behalf of Mr. Robinson.
Wait, hold on. This was before Judge Giles. So this was charged as a felony?
It could be it's a possession charge occurred. It was not.
Yeah, Ms. Mack, I need you to look it up because I don't have the authority to set this aside if it was charged as a felony.
Yes, Judge, it looks like it was a felony,
It's a felony case.
yeah, yes, Judge.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Mr. Fikens, you can check with one of our felony judges. I believe Judge Giles, I don't know if he's still on felonies. I don't know, but they also have as a judge of record Dalton Robertson, Roberson, I'm sorry. Well, I think it's deceased, but I don't know if this case, because this is 2018 case, if when he didn't show up or whatever happened, if they just went on and sent it to the circuit. But I can't set aside this warrant because it is a felony. I don't have the authority to do that.
And I can introduce him to the defense counsel who would be able to do that. I'm not able to do that.
Right, and that they're right outside my door, is that correct? Okay, so why don't we have him talk with the defender's office? Is that Mr. Reagan and Ms. Reasonover? Let's have him talk to them, but I'm not able to set this aside. I would be exceeding my authority. Okay, all right. I just saw who the judge was on the ROA. My apologies. Judge Giles does felonies, which means that's going to go over to Third Circuit, and they have a former Third Circuit judge's name on here from 2018.
$40? Your Honor.
No, it's not for $40, sir. You were charged with a possession case.
Yeah, $40.
It doesn't matter. It's illegal.
Your Honor, when I collaborated with Third Circuit, they were unable to locate any active warrant on this case. Is it
Okay.
possible that it was never sent to Third Circuit?
It may not have been, but I need you would still need to talk with Mr. Fikens, and you might be able to help with that with the defender's office, because I still can't, even if it stayed with 36, I don't have the authority unless I hear from the judge that it is now assigned to, because it would not be assigned. I can't remember Judge Charles is on felonies. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We would have to find out who it's assigned to, unless they would be willing to have it set aside, because he's going, but they're probably gonna do it only if he comes in the Veterans Treatment Court. Yeah.
Judge Giles is assigned to felony criminal. That's what's on.
All right, so I think the best place to start is with the defender's office, and then they can reach out to Giles, or let's find out what they're saying, because they talk to judges and all of that, and let them know that he's coming into our Veterans Treatment Court. Judge Giles will probably be okay, but I just can't take the liberty of doing it. All right, so let's start there and let me know. Yeah. We'll get it resolved hopefully today. Because Judge Giles is in the building. I saw him. Yeah.
Take care, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You good?
Good seeing you. Yes, ma'am.
I need to speak with you just real quickly.
Sure.
For 1 second. And then I'm gonna be ready on Miss Harris, your Daryl Matthews case, and then Miss Arnold Morris. And then I'll see what I have left over from there. I need to step out.
What you want me for? I need uh-huh.
Ms. Harris, we're gonna do Mr. Anderson, Lord Jesus. We're gonna do Mr. Anderson really quickly. I have for Maurice Anderson, add him to my docket for me. Uh-oh, am I overlooking him? I might have an old docket.
He was the first one on there. You may have an old docket.
I have an old docket.
Yeah,
Okay,
added something.
no problem. As long as he's on there, I'm good. All right, for Maurice Anderson, I have case number Z8086771. Mr. Anderson, state your full name for me.
Mr. Maurice Anderson.
All right, Mr. Maurice Anderson, and then Ms. Price, place your appearance on the record.
Price Medical Assessor Specialty Court.
All right, Ms. Harris, Mr. Anderson is going to come up and test because I do want to just see what levels and all of that good stuff. However, his intake, according to Ms. Price, who is he going to do his intake with?
All Wellbeing Services.
Yes, ma'am. Our well-being is going to be on July 11, 2024. Mr. Anderson is reporting that he owns a house and that you have running water in that house. Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there electricity in that house? All right. I spoke with, I think, Ms. Harris, we talked about this, that you were comfortable with me letting him report back home and giving you the opportunity to do a home visit. Is this the right case?
Yes, Your Honor, this is the case we discussed yesterday. I want to clarify, Your Honor, for my record, I was told he was going to QBH, and I want to make sure that I know exactly where he's going, because he told me it was QBH.
Ms. Price?
He's going to All Wellbeing Services because they provide transportation. He was at QBH prior.
Okay, I just wanted to know that, make sure he knows where he's going.
All right, very good. This is the other piece that I'm going to do, Ms. Harris. Mr. Anderson is going to, he has the tether. He is going to report to 36 District Court on every day that we are open, which is tomorrow is Wednesday. He will report on Friday. He will report on Monday. He will report on Tuesday. He will report again on Wednesday. He's going to report every day. He's going to test here when he reports. He's going to hang out with me for a moment. We're not going to bug you unless you want to be bugged. I think you're gone. So we won't be bugging you. I'm just going to have him sit with me for a while, get some test results going, and I'm going to do that until he has his intake. He'll go to his intake on July 11th. If he does not report to 36 District Court on every day of the week, did you hear this, Mr. Anderson?
Yes,
by 8:35 a.m., then I'm going to put a warrant out for him, Miss Harris. We'll pick him up and he'll go to the jail. And then I'm going to be doing some traveling. And I told him I'll see him when I get back. Okay?
Okay, Your Honor, I will make sure that there are lab sheets for him. And I just want to ask, I had originally planned on having him start testing with a provider tomorrow. Should I hold off on that since he's going to be coming here to test every day so that it doesn't look like he's missing tests in their system?
This is what I'll do. I'll still have you set him up with the provider. I need him to test one of those days on the weekend, because I want to really test to see what's going on with him.
Okay.
Okay. And so I do want to send him up to test. Is all well be who's picking him up today? How are you getting home? You gonna catch the bus? You have bus passes or money to do so? All right. All right, very good. So Ms. Harris, I'm gonna have him come up, test, and then I'd like to know his results before I release him. And then I'm gonna see you tomorrow, put him on my docket, Miss Price, for tomorrow, Wednesday, July 3rd. I'm also going to, not Miss Price, Miss Mack, y'all in these one syllable names, y'all killing me. I know I have a one syllable name. All right, I'm gonna put him on my docket for July 8th at 8:35, strike that, July 3rd at 8:35 a.m., July 5th at 8:35 a.m., July 8th at 8:35 a.m., July 9th at 8:35 a.m., July 10th at 8:35 a.m. And then Ms. Harris, I will give him his regular court date. Have you done any assessments? Do we have any? risk need levels as to Mr. Anderson?
I have not had a chance to do an LSCMI because we weren't doing those when he was originally with us. I know he originally had a needs level, and I know that he has, met with Ms. Price, so we probably have some preliminary idea. But until I'm able to meet with him and do an LSCMI, I don't have a level
All
based
right.
on that for you.
Well, he's here the rest of the week. Do you think, I know you're not with us, but do you think he can get that LSCMI done this week, since he's gonna be sitting here all day anyways?
I'm not sure, because I'm here 2 more days and I am loaded to the max in those 2 days I'm here.
All right.
So I had to schedule with somebody else. On the only time I had free, I have somebody else coming in to do intake paperwork.
Okay, all right. I'll follow up with you, Supervisor. Thank you so much. All right, if nothing, anything else for my consideration? Nope, nothing else? Ms.
No,
Harris?
No, Your Honor.
All right, he's gonna go up. You gotta go up and see Ms. Harris on the 3rd floor. Okay, thank you, Ms. Price. All right, very good. Okay, let's see, Ms. Harris, I am ready on Mr. Matthews. Come on and join us, Mr. Matthews. It's been a busy day, but we're gonna get you taken care of. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you.
I have case number 230-453-8901. Mr. Matthews, state your full name for me, please.
Gerald Andre Matthews.
All right, thank you, and good morning to you.
Morning, you.
All right, Miss Harris, we talked about Mr. Matthews. They put you on my docket for today, Mr. Matthews. I know you had to go see Judge Bryant, and you are going to be doing intake for one of our specialty courts. And so what we are going to do is start your testing. Ms. Harris probably already has you set up. Is that correct? He has all that information?
Yes.
All right, you are to call every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Notice I didn't say wait for a text. I didn't say wait for a text. I said you are to call to see if your color or your number is called. And if it's called, my recommendation is get up and go test immediately. So you don't have to worry about were they closed at the end of the day? Did they have enough staff? Go test first thing in the morning. Can I get you to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, your testing is required 2 times random per week, a minimum of 2 times random. That's why I'm having you call every day. All right, so don't make sure that you are testing at least 2 times minimum per week, but call every day, because if I throw in an extra 1 or 2, you still have to go test. You understand that?
I understand.
All right, I am going to have you meet with Ms. Harris this week. And Ms. Harris, you can determine those dates or what have you, but I'm going to set you up for an intake. And that is going to be on July 8th, 2024. And I'm going to set him up for that intake at 8:35 a.m., Ms. Harris. Does that work?
Yes,
It
Your
does
Honor,
not?
yes, Your Honor, that works.
Oh.
Yes, you originally told me
Oh, no, I-
10:30, so I had given him 10:30.
No, but I want him here at 8:35 to get his testing done, to meet with the attorneys, all that good stuff.
Okay.
So that we're not running up against the clock, okay? Probably won't get to him until then, but he can get everything else done.
8:30.
8:35, yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. And so I know that some of your colleagues will be handling it, but there will probably be a lot of moving pieces on that Monday. And so Ms. Harris will we'll work him in. I'll try to work him in sooner than later, depending on the case manager, okay? All right,
Okay.
awesome. All right, and you understand that while you are awaiting your intake, no alcohol, no substances that alter your mood, none at all. You understand that?
I understand.
All right, very good. And I have your commitment to follow that until we finish our process and to show up for testing?
Yes, you do.
All right, wonderful. I look forward to working with you.
I do too with you. I feel good.
All right, good.
Goodbye.
All right, listen, and today I'm not in the best of places, but
Okay.
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. All right, very good. Mr. Fikens, was there anything you wanted to add, or Ms. Harris?
No, I just want to say you were such a pleasant person to talk to.
Seems like it.
We look forward to you being in our program.
Okay. Yep, sounds good to me.
You're welcome. A little early, but we're welcome.
Okay, no problem.
Yes. All right, very good. You are all set, sir.
All right, I'll see you guys.
Miss Harris, did you need to see him for anything?
No, Your Honor, we've discussed everything that we needed to discuss, and we're scheduled to meet Friday to do his paperwork.
All right, awesome. Did he test this morning?
He did. I haven't received results yet, but he did test already.
All right, I'm still gonna go ahead and release him if you're good with that, Miss Harris. Good with it?
I'm comfortable.
All right, very good. Thank you.
Have a nice holiday.
All right, you do the same. Thank you. For Mr. Robinson,
Yes, Judge.
that's the person who, okay, you have some update for me?
Mr. Reagan was here for a moment. He called up Judge Williams.
Okay,
Judge Williams says there's something he can do to assist you, or you call up Judge Williams.
oh, let's get Judge Williams on the phone. Okay, so it's Judge Williams' case?
No, but I think he has the power to, I'm not sure. I think it might be, I don't know. I'm talking beyond my knowledge of the situation, Judge.
Okay, well, where is Mr. Robinson?
He's right outside. I can bring him. Please allow retraction of anything I said.
Thank you so much.
I really didn't know what I was talking about, but I brought Mr. Reagan along.
Okay, come on, Mr. Reagan.
Judge, good morning to you.
Good morning.
I did have an opportunity to speak with this good brother right here, and I spoke with Judge Williams, who would not have a problem adjusting the bond, take his bond. If we can get, I don't know how you would do it, but I explained the whole case, explained the situation, the whole warrant, and he said he would have no problem in arraigning and setting a personal bond, and if he's coming to your court to go to veterans.
All right, he wants to do the arraignment though? I don't mind doing it. Let's hear from Judge Williams. Let's hear from Judge Williams. Give me 2 seconds. Judge Williams. Seconds, here's what's gonna happen. He's got to test today. You gotta go test. But they're going to allow me to adjust the bond. He's got to get an arraignment on the information date. Miss Denise Jackson, who's the manager of the criminal and traffic division, we're gonna get an arraignment on the information date because he's still gonna have to get arraigned on this particular matter. And then we're going to, can you reach out to Mr. Wade? I want to make sure I'm getting a good date for his intake for Veterans Court. And I would like that to be next week, Tuesday. That gives them a couple of days, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, and we can do his intake on Tuesday. How does that sound to you, Mr. Fikens?
Sounds great to me. I believe Ms. Jackson requires some type of written information. I'm not sure what that is.
Okay. Well, Ms. Mack will figure it out for us, what it is.
Administratively, though, I think, yes, the contact has to be made with Ms. Jackson. She will set up a date, as I understand it, to appear in front of a judge on the arraignment. I'm guessing more than one judge, and I hope I'm not saying anything different than what you just said.
Yes, I just need one, I don't want him to leave without knowing his date. All right. And so, Ms. Mack, if I can get that ROA back for Mr. Robinson, I'm going to call it. Yeah, because his bond history is at 20,000, but I'll do it, yeah, personal. Okay. It's case number 1-805-839-801 for Benny Robinson. Mr. Robinson, state your full name for me. Benny L. Robinson. All right, thank you, sir. You've heard us go back and forth. I'm just making the record now. I am going to set aside the warrant that's currently in the system for you. However, that case is not over. It's definitely not over. Did Mr. Robinson have anything else here at 36th District Court?
He did not, Judge.
All right, wonderful. That case is not over. And so what's gonna happen is I'm gonna set the bond at $20,000 personal bond, and I'm going to give you an arraignment on the information date. Miss Mac, were you able to get that date from Miss Jackson?
Oh, I thought I was calling Mr. Wade. I'm sorry.
No, Miss Jackson needs to give me an AOI date.
Oh.
And that's really where I have to start.
That's my understanding.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's really where I have to start.
That's why I said what I said, because I thought you were directing.
Okay.
No, I had it in reverse order in my mind, but now that I'm saying it out loud, I really have to start there.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you. Is it an AOI date?
Yes, arraignment on the information date.
We're trying to get an AOI date for the defendant. Can I get that ROA back?
Oh, yes.
Information date. We're trying to get this arraignment on information date and thing because we're trying to get it defendant to come into the veteran treatment program. Yes, that's the AOI first. Yes. 1-805-83-9801. He's at front of her. She said signed the warrant already, but she. She said he can walk in anything that you want. He can come in tomorrow, Friday.
Let's have him come in tomorrow. I'd rather do sooner than later.
She said tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, and he comes in, where does he need to go when he gets here? Okay, got it. She's doing 20,000.
Personal.
All right, thank you. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, Judge, so Mr. Robinson needs to show up tomorrow, 9 a.m. at the traffic window, which is located information window over here, to check in, and then they'll take it from there.
All right, very good. Did you get that?
He'll be here.
Okay, wonderful. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hold off on the Veterans Treatment Court piece because I need to see what they're gonna do. But what I'm counting on you to ask is when he goes for the arraignment on the information, ask the judge about, or have him ask the judge or whoever is there. I don't know how they run their rooms. Ask them about him coming to our Veterans Treatment Court. But we've got to take care of that arraignment on the information. Okay? All right. So you're not in warrant status, but we could do that today. But you're gonna have to come back tomorrow, okay? All right. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate it. All right. You are very welcome. You're very welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, ma'am.
Sending Ms. Stevenson home to my house.
If she can't use the bathroom, she's going over to the jail.
Okay, I just wanted to, get the paperwork ready.
I'm trying to keep her out of jail, but I don't have time to play games this morning. Yeah, but I'm not gonna keep her all day. I'm just not gonna do it. I think that's it for my veterans docket. Is she going over to the jail?
Yes.
Okay, can we fill out, she's still gonna have the test. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to get them now, don't do them now again. But she'll go over to the jail, I understand.
Did she say she had to go?
She told me she was all right.
Well, let her
But she
try.
said she can't guarantee.
Okay, let her try. She playing, but let her try.
Okay, well, we just clear up a little bit more, we'll have somebody take her upstairs.
Okay, because she's just going to lock up right now, right?
She's right here right now.
Oh, she's still in there? Oh, I didn't see her. Okay, yeah.
She's still there.
Let's have her try.
We'll have somebody try it, see if it works.
Okay, very good. Where is Miss Arnold Morris, who was scheduled for 10:30? I didn't even recognize you, ma'am. come on up to this podium. Who has Miss Arnold Morris's case? I don't have a file for Miss Arnold Morris. Oh, Miss Yancey, I did not see you in the courtroom. Come on, let's try to get it done in the few minutes we have left over. All right, I have for Miss Arnold Morris, Z809-1551. Miss Arnold Morris, state your full name for me.
Sheila Arnold Morris.
How are you feeling, Sheila Arnold Morris?
Thank you. How about you?
Tell me that answer again.
I'm feeling good, thank you. How about you?
Very good. I love it. Yeah, I promise you, I did not recognize you.
Really?
And you were sitting right there on that front row. Ma'am, you look wonderful. Listen, I mean that. You're taking good care of yourself. You're trying. All right, yes, ma'am. And so, Ms. Arnold Morris, have you been testing as ordered by the court?
Yes, I have.
Have you been calling every day?
I don't have to call, they text me.
Nope, I don't do text.
No, I'm talking about for the testing.
I know, but I don't recognize text as the proper way to notify someone, because sometimes text messages don't come through.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Sometimes they, can get lost out into text space.
Yeah, that's true.
And so that's why I caution everyone to make sure that you're calling every day.
Oh, I've not heard that before. Okay.
Yes, I need you to call in every single day.
Gotcha.
All right. So you've not missed any tests, right?
No, not to my knowledge.
All right. Very good. Not to my knowledge either. All right. Very good. And so you're going to your treatment?
Yes.
How often are you doing your treatment?
I have twice a month. I see a case manager, and then I see a therapist, and then I go to AA meetings and.
All right, and you're doing it.
Yes.
Tell me something you've learned since you've been doing your treatment.
One, that I don't have to do this by myself. Thanks to you, the help you got, that it's not just on me, it's overwhelming.
I know.
It's not just me, so even when it comes back, I'm reminded that I'm not doing this by myself.
You are not by yourself. You have a team of people surrounding you, and you have help that's greater than you. So listen, use it. Did you attend the graduation?
I did.
All right, what did you get out of it? I don't remember seeing you, but I could have seen you and not known who you were.
You said my name, I was like, oh, she knows.
Did I say your name? I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
Were you in line waiting to sign in? Okay, now I do.
Yeah.
All right, but you look totally different today. I'm just gonna tell you. All right, what'd you get out of that graduation?
That there's hope. Again, there are times I'm like, can I do this? Feeling overwhelmed, the drive lost, trying to get back in, but to see that those graduates made it and they came from the same path that I'm on.
Yes, ma'am.
So it can be done. So that was.
Yes, it gave you some hope.
Yes.
And you can do it. It's a struggle, it's hard, but you can do it. Just one step at a time, one moment at a time, and reach out for help. Reach out for help. It's available. All right. What issues, but are those tears of joy?
Yeah,
I love it. And you are such a nice person. You really are. You used to be mean to me, but you are such a nice person. The officer's trying to give you some tissue. Yes.
I never could get that. I don't know why I was coming across that way, because I thought like that, but maybe it was just what was going on in my head.
Absolutely. And what goes on in your head comes across. That's why I announced to everybody earlier, I'm not in a good space today. Okay. I'm gonna trash through it. I just have to, but I'm just not. I'm really not. So I gotta work hard at it, and I'm working hard at it. So I understand. Okay. Understand. All right. Any issues, concerns, or questions for me?
I'm looking for employment now. I'm just not knowing the process, because I want to be able to tell my future employer, okay, I'll need X amount of days off. So if I had a little bit of guidance, I think that would be helpful in terms of what's expected of me during this probation.
All right, is she in phase 1, Ms. Yancey? All right, so in phase 1, you are going to be expected to appear in court in person. Okay. And it should be, depending on how you're doing, every other week. Okay, so that's something you can tell your prospective employer.
Okay,
You've got to go test. You know, you've got to go, but it's open early in the mornings.
yes.
My recommendation is that people check early in the morning, and if your color drops, go early in the morning, okay? And so that's my recommendation. So you've got that going on. And then once you get to a different phase, it's on a case-by-case basis, you will be able to come on Zoom, which may be a little bit better, because maybe we can schedule you on Tuesdays, which will be Yancey's day, and we can schedule you on Tuesday, and you can come on and we can get you squared away, okay? You've got to go to your therapy sessions. That's a must. So you want to share that with your employer as well, okay? Because missing therapy is not, if we don't address what's going on here and here, we're gonna be back in this circle, right? Of madness, and we don't want to do that, right?
Yes.
All right, very good. And so make sure you address that. Those are the only things I can think of off the top of my head. But if they need further clarification, they can always, you know, you can reach out, get it from Yancey to give to them, or give us permission to speak with them. There's also documentation that we can give you should you have to miss work, and we need to verify with your employer that you were here with us.
Okay, that's good to know.
Okay? All right, what else do you have for me?
Nothing.
Nothing else? All right, Miss Yancey, what do you have for me? I don't have her, oh no, I can look on this. What do you have for me?
She's in phase 1. She's been doing well since she completed her initial treatment. So at least right now, all is well. She hasn't missed anything since she completed treatment.
All right, very good. And I'm looking for her in this report, and I don't see her. It's a report with all of the return of court dates. For some reason, she's not on here. It's not a report you did, Ms. Yancey. All right, we're gonna update it. Because we've done her intake already. All right, so I'm going to have, if nothing else, I am going to give you your return to court dates. And so I'm going to need to see you on July 9th. And I am going to see you at 10:30 a.m. and that's going to be in person.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right, and so let's put her on for that day and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Wait, let me make sure I'm good. Let me make sure I'm good. Mr. Yancey, I'm gonna move her. Miss Mack, I'm gonna move her for a consultation with you on July 9th at 1:30 p.m. And then I'm going to see her on July 16th. And I'm going to see her, I'm gonna need to put her on for 9 o'clock. I don't have any 8:45 scheduled yet. So 9 o'clock a.m. Okay? Because otherwise, yeah, I'll be able to come on and do it. All right, very good. So you are all set, Mr. Yancey, unless you have something else, or the attorneys, if nothing else. All right, I am so proud of you, Miss Arnold Morris. I am. With Miss Arnold Morris gonna be our first person today to spin the wheel to see what your incentive is gonna be. Come on, get the wheel. Miss Arnold Morris is getting an incentive, and she is going to spin the wheel. Let me see what she getting today.
Snack box.
Snack box, we got you. Listen, we gonna make sure that gets to you. I haven't put them out yet. She will get the one thing I haven't put out yet.
Okay, thank you so much.
So Miss Mack, we need to get her snack box together for her. And when she comes in on the 16th, we'll have it for you.
Okay.
Come on, let's give a judicial applause for her. What kind of snacks do you like, Miss Arnold Morris?
Granola bars.
Any particular type?
pretty flexible, whatever you have, I'm sure.
Good, do you like chips? You like nuts? You like any kind of nuts?
Yep.
What else?
Anything protein based.
Anything protein based. We got you. You will have it on the 16th, all right? All right, congratulations to you. Keep up the great work you're doing. All right, okay. All right, very good. Yes.
Just checking, Mr. Anderson is free to leave. He did test.
And he's already seen Miss Harris. You are free to go. All right, Miss Warfield, Miss Stevenson has indicated that she may be able to test. Not sure if she can test. Miss Warfield, if I don't get her to test, she's gonna have to go over to the Wayne County Jail and test, and then I'll bring her back on tomorrow. That's the best I can do.
Okay.
She's going to test?
Detention just took her.
They just took her. I'm sorry to keep you waiting for so long, but she was saying she couldn't test. Have you gotten with Miss Price? Thank you all for working out, having her brought over. I need to find out what's the recommendation for her, and I'm sure it's gonna determine what's in that test.
I'm not sure either, and I think that's what everyone was waiting on, was for the test results for Miss Stevenson. Is Miss Williams in the courtroom?
Yeah, Miss Williams is here, but I'm not ready to do Miss Williams. I'm not in a good place right now to do Miss Williams, because Miss Williams showed you clowned me on yesterday.
I want to apologize.
I'm still salty. I'm just gonna let people know where I'm at today. But for Jessica Warfield, the attorney who advocated for you after hours, sending me eyes and all kind of stuff, and wanting to know what I'm gonna do, because they was getting ready to come pick your ass up. But for Jessica Warfield, you would be sitting in jail after that dissertation that you did yesterday. Because that's what I'm gonna call it, a dissertation that you did on yesterday. You would be sitting in somebody's jail, but for Jessica Warfield. Because you disrespected me yesterday. You disrespected my clerk on yesterday. I don't even care about you disrespecting me, because that's what I get paid for. But when you disrespect my folks, no, sweetheart, that don't work for me. You better off disrespecting me and me alone. You disrespect my clerk, you disrespect Ms. Jackson, you disrespect Mr. Page. That's when you're gonna have a real issue with me, a real issue. So Miss Warfield, I'm gonna need you to hang tight for a moment. I'm not ready to do her, and I'm taking a lunch break because I was just gonna say,
I was just about to say,
and I've got a class that I've got to teach at the law school at 3 o'clock. So it is what it is today.
Your Honor, can I make a recommendation? Can we have Williams test today in the courthouse? Have her. She has. Okay. And is she still scheduled for tomorrow as well?
Nope, I need to see what those results are coming back. And then I heard she's denying what's in there. We've already ordered a confirmation, and I'm just letting you know, if that confirmation comes back confirmed for that substance, she's going to jail. Because I will not send you for using, but I will send you for lying. That's what I'll send you for.
That has been discussed already.
But I need some test results today to determine what I'm going to do today.
No worries. So it sounds like we'll address Miss Williams after staffing, maybe.
As soon as I can get to her. Yep, as soon as I can get to her. And if not, I'll send her off and bring her back in the morning, and she'll be first on my docket. Because that's really how I'm feeling today. I'll keep you posted.
Not a problem.
Mr. Yancey. All right, thank you. You have 2 people in the box. It is 12:06. We have staffing on today. Are you prepared to address your 2 people? They're walk-ons.
Yes.
Are you prepared to address them?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to start with Kenneth Turner. Mr. Turner, please come and join us at the podium. Please add Mr. Turner to my docket on today. I have for Mr. Turner 2 files. Ms. Wilson, I had to say that. I have 2 files for Mr. Turner. Case number 230-571-8001. Mr. Turner, please state your full name for the record. Good morning. No, good afternoon to you. All right, why are you sitting in my box?
My job days.
When did you miss your drop days?
Last week, I missed the day that I was supposed to go and I ended up making it up the next day.
And so that's the only test you've missed?
With 2 of them last week. But yeah.
Mr. Yancey?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Turner did miss, 2 screens and he went the next day. He missed on the, June 21st, came in on the 22nd, and missed on the 25th, and came in on the 26th. Makeup screens were there.
We don't do makeup screens. We do randoms, but when he went.
When he did go the next day.
Good. I'm sorry, Mr. Yancey. When he went the next day, no work, they were there. Why are you missing your screen, sir?
Just, I've been working a lot of hours, so and then I'm on afternoon, so if I don't get up between 7 and 10, then I can't make it in the afternoon.
So what you gonna do going forward? Because you're not gonna be able to do this missing test. That's a proximal goal. That's something that you can do right now. And so what you gonna do? Tell me what's your plan?
I'm just gonna get up between 7 and 10. But this week I'm on morning, so I'm just have to get to work late.
Why you gonna have to get to work late?
Because I'm working 12 hours this week, so 7 to 7, and the place open from 7 to 10, and 4 to 7. So I'm gonna go in the morning at 7 and get to work an hour late. So
Can you, will they still work with you with your employment? If you have something from the court?
Yeah.
So on the days that you have to test, why don't you get something, it's gotta be random, so he can't let you know in advance when you have to test. But why don't you get something you can, if you get called to test, I'm just throwing this out here, you get called to test, you let Mr. Yancey know, Mr. Yancey, we can do a form and you can screenshot it over to him or fax it to your employer or whatever needs to happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna let them know today that when I get called to test, that I'm gonna be an hour late, and that should work.
And you are testing how many times per week?
2.
A minimum of 2 times per week. And so just let them know that, which includes weekends as well, but you're calling every day, right? All right, very good.
And my color got called today, but.
Did you test here?
Yeah, I did.
Nope, you don't, did you get results yet?
No, yeah.
Okay, you tested here, that you're fine, okay? All right, very good. And so, Mr. Fikens, I see you standing, something you want to share with me?
Judge, only that it appears that his employment shifts right now. I think it's temporary, so I don't know that this will be an ongoing problem, but just keep your case manager informed when your employment hours shift, so he knows what's going on. Yeah, I think we have a plan, you Judge. I think this might be temporary, not permanent throughout his entire time.
All right. And so have you been doing your therapy? And you've been doing it for more than 15 minutes?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No.
You are? How's that going?
It's going good.
All right, you getting something out of it?
Yeah.
All right, you've been sitting with me this morning for a little while, right, officer?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Yancey, I'm going to suggest that his sanction just be the time that he spent sitting here at the court. He's got a plan. I need you to go forward with your plan, okay?
All right.
All right, and so. All right. Do you already have your next court date? Did you come to graduation?
Yeah.
What did you get out of the graduation? I don't remember seeing you.
I remember seeing you.
You remember seeing me? Okay.
I found you.
You did? What'd you get out of the graduation?
You're not the only one going through this. A lot of support.
A lot of support. And so take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. All right? All right. Mr. Yancey, wait, let me find my sheet first. class this morning. This is Mr. Turner. What phase is Mr. Turner in? Phase 2. But that's not, yep, that's the right Turner. All right, your next court date should be July 5th. That's this Friday at 1:30 p.m. Mr. Yancey, we will allow today to count as his court date since he's been here. And so what I'm going to do is put you on for your next hearing. You'll have a consultation with Mr. Yancey on the 12th of July at 1:30. And then I am going to see you, he's phase 2, yeah. I'm still going to see him at 1:30 on July 19th. And it can be on Zoom as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, okay? All right, can I get you to do that? Are you gonna remember those dates?
Yes.
All right, let's keep working it. You are free to leave. What's your test results gonna come back as today? All right, I'm not gonna hold you. Now, I know if it's not, you're gonna come back to see me tomorrow. All right, don't come back to see me. I don't wanna see you either. Get on out of here. All right, all right, thank you. Can you do Mr. Arrington?
I'm removing them from Friday.
Yes, ma'am, and we're gonna do the one, yeah, the other 2 that I gave, not the 1, 2.
Got it.
All right, very good. Mr. Arrington, that's probably why I got a headache. You sitting over there in my box. Let me put a case number on the record. ZA087041. Mr. Arrington, state your full name.
Jason Harrington.
All right, good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon.
Why are you in my box?
I had a positive experience.
A positive screen when?
25th.
Of June?
Yes.
What's going on, Mr. Arrington?
A lot. June has just been one of those months for me. I had 2 deaths in my family, 2 of my brothers. One of my brothers, I had to go to his apartment, see his body. Carpet, I couldn't identify him anymore. It's just been one of those. Also got married this month, so it seems like whenever it's on good,
It
I
happens.
just was waiting
Yeah.
on something. I even actually said it. I was like, oh, it was so good, everything's going so well, what's about to happen? So it was, I'm getting through it. So I think that I'll be okay.
Mr. Arrington, I'm so sorry to hear about you said 2 brothers that died?
Yes, one brother died, and my other brother, he actually coded 3 times. They'll bring him back to life.
Is he okay, or?
He's doing okay now. He's got a pacemaker to put in. All this was in the month of June.
All right, but listen to me, Mr. Arrington. You're in phase 4. You didn't think about using any of your resources that are available to you?
Yes, I did. Ms. Moore, I did contact her. But Hagera, there, it's not always, I'm not always able to get with them when I really need to. I actually had a meeting with them this morning, but I couldn't take it because I was here.
Yeah.
So I'll try to contact them after I leave.
Okay. Did you have him test this morning?
Yes.
All right, no results yet? All right. And so, listen, I want to thank you, first of all, for being honest. Thank you, not making me jump through 100 hoops. So I appreciate that. I am going to recommend, however, that you speak with Ms. Price, because Ms. Price can get through to Hagera and make sure that we have you in the appropriate level of services, given the things that have been happening with you. Okay, you've got a lot of life-changing things, good and bad. And sometimes the good and the things that hurt us, it can get us off balance, right? And so I want you to speak with Ms. Price today, and I want her to just make sure that you're on track, that she reaches out to Hagera to let them know you've had some losses in your family. I'm certainly not indicating that you must do grief and loss counseling, but I want to see what the clinical assessor has to say about that, okay?
Okay.
All right. And so, Mr. Yancey, did you have a different recommendation as to Mr. Arrington?
I don't believe so, because his screenings after the positive or negative. So, no, I think that's appropriate.
Okay, when did they report the positive screen from the 25th?
28.
On the 28th, okay. They taken, that's a while.
Everybody's short staffed.
Yeah, that's taking a while. Okay, all right. Did you have a different recommendation other than what I've indicated?
I know.
Okay,
Very well, Your Honor.
okay.
He was tough on me, and he's such a great guy.
He is, still a great guy.
Certainly explainable, and he's a bit more stubborn about things, or more communicative about things. Trouble happens, because I'm guarantee you, trouble's gonna happen again.
It certainly will. It certainly will. All right. So let me give, Mr. Arrington, do you have any questions for me?
Yes, I do.
Okay, tell me what you have for
I've
me.
been here, I've been doing this program for 13 months now.
Mhm.
And I was wondering, what is the process as far as when I will be done?
Well, now we got a violation going on, so that's gonna push you back a little bit. You're in phase 4. Yeah, I have him in phase 4, Mr. Yancey.
Yeah.
Okay, you should be getting ready to go to the final phase, okay? But have some discussion with Mr. Yancey about what are the things you need to accomplish in order to get to that final phase and to finish, okay?
Yes.
All right, that's a fair question, though, fair question. And I'm looking for Mr. Arrington on here. Again, this is not a report that you provided, Mr. Yancey. I don't see Mr. Arrington on here. Ms. Mack, would you be my second set of eyes if you have it available to you? I just want to make sure I'm not. Did you get a next court date, Mr. Arrington?
No, I don't have one.
Were you at the graduation?
I was calling myself being there, but I was at the city county building. Yeah.
Why were you at the-
Because that's where it was last time. You know, I told you, I've been here 13 months, so I was at the last one, it was at the city county building, so that's where I went. And I called Mr. Yancey, I didn't get an answer, called back, left a message, I'm quite sure he was good. That's the only reason I did try to attend.
All right,
And no one told me it was gonna be anywhere different.
okay. Well, I know if you came on the court anytime within the last 2 months, I've said over and over and over again that it was gonna be at 4 feet.
I only had one court day, because remember everything that was happening downtown and you guys couldn't do court, and it was another month. And I think maybe you might have been saying it then,
And you
but I
missed
never
it.
heard that it was being at 4 feet.
All right,
Judge, I found his name, but there's no court date next to his name.
right, I just found it too,
Okay.
yeah.
But I most definitely was trying to attend.
All right. What I'm going to do is have Ms. Price, let Ms. Price know she has to see him. And I also need his risk need assessment. I do not have that on this form this report that was given to me. And so I'm going to need that as well. And then I am going to, because I don't know what that risk need level is. And so I'm going to just give you a return to court date. Mr. Yancey, you have Tuesdays, so I am going to have he's going to do a consultation with you. I'm going to put that on the 9th of July at 1:30. Of course, you all can work out the time. And then I am going to see Mr. Arrington, not Aronson. Return to court. I'm sorry, let me adjust your because he's gonna see Ms. Price today. I'll put your consultation on the 16th of July at 1:30. And then I will see Mr. Arrington on July 30th and I'm going to put you on for 10:30 a.m. unless Mr. Yancey tells you otherwise, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so we need to reach out to Ms. Price. Let Ms. Price know. I don't know if you have that risk need information in your file upstairs. If you do, at some point, I need to be updated on it. I put it at 10:30, but I need to be updated. Okay? And then I want you to speak with Ms. Price. If she is not able to speak with him now, can she give him a time? And then I need you to call and meet with her today.
Is it possible that I could call and meet with her?
We gonna check and see what time. I understand, sir.
I don't want to say it that way, but something that I would like to be in.
Okay, we gon' set you up with Miss Price. And actually, Miss Mack, did you call her?
I did.
All right. Yancy, connect him so that he can get an appointment today. I want him to meet today with Miss Price. No later than tomorrow. Tomorrow's a busy day, though. Tomorrow's a really busy day. You don't want to be caught up on tomorrow. I'm telling you, you don't. Okay? Tomorrow is something else, okay? All right, very good. So that means you're all set, but Mr. Yancey's gonna connect you with Miss Price, and remember, I need you to do that no later than tomorrow,
Okay,
okay?
thank you.
All right, let Miss Price know. Thank you. Hang in there.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. You're gonna be okay.
Oh, yes, thank you.
All right, very good. And then I'm stopping for lunch. I'm sorry, I've had enough today, as much as I can take for right now. Mr. Yancey needs to go do his lunch. I don't know if he staffs on Tuesdays with us. I cannot remember. But the Miss Warfield.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm gonna send you a message.
Okay.
We still have Elizabeth Stevenson. I haven't heard whether or not she's been able to test. Can somebody call the lab and see if she was able to test? And then I want you to know that Ms. Williams tested positive for the same substance that she tested for on yesterday. And so I'm not up for doing that today. Oh, look at you. I got my reassignment.
Yes.
I got it. I got my cross assignment. I'm gonna send it to you to print.
Send it to you, okay.
To print. All right, to print out both for me.
Oh, yeah, she just sent it to me.
Okay, wonderful. Print it out for me.
Yes.
Thank you. And we are all set. I told you it was an easy process. I just gotta know when it means.
Court permission, I'll take my leave.
Yes. I am done for now. Ms. Warfield is gonna handle the last two matters. Yes.
I just called the lab, they said that she was unable to test.
She gonna just have to go to the jail. I can't play. Miss.
Well,
I heard you. I heard.
Do you have any objection? She's gonna have to go to the jail.
No objection, Your Honor.
This says must complete May 1st.
Oh, I
Change my date.
Sorry, I thought I changed.
That's okay.
Give me 2 seconds.
Yes. And then get her jail order. And then ask Miss Williams, listen, Miss Warfield, I don't know if you heard me. She's testing positive for the same substance that she tested positive for on yesterday. I have sent out a confirmation for the one from yesterday. And I'm gonna tell you, Miss Williams, what I've said to Miss Warfield. If you did not hear me, once I get that confirmation back, you going to jail. I can't help you with lying. I can help you with using. Okay. All right. Honey, let me say this to you. You need to watch your tone because I'm not for that today. I'm not. Okay, thank you so much.
I was on the phone, I didn't hear, what determination so far was on her, what did you say for her?
I need to take a lunch break so she can go to detention and I'll get to her today when I get to her. And then I asked to have Todd McCray added to my docket today.
Yes,
Did
I have.
anybody get back with you about who he's assigned to?
No one did, Judge.
Okay, I need to find out who is he assigned to. I've signed that order for Stevenson.
And let me give you this other order real quick.
Okay.
Keep going.
And then call Coho and tell him he may have another one coming as well. And tell him Stevenson must get tested today. She must get tested. Officers, I'm gonna really try to come back down, but I have a headache. I'm not in the best of space today. And so